All right, what's going on, folks? All right, there's some breaking news here. I'm gonna wait till like people trickle in, but there is there is no Matthias Ekholm tonight. No Matthias Ekholm tonight. He is sick. He is unable to go. And that is a huge blow. Huge blow to the team. I'll pull up Bob Stauffer's tweet. Bob Stauffer's tweet, the Edmonton Oilers' Matthias Ekholm is not on the ice for warm-up. He has been battling an illness for several days. Ekholm averages 22.45 time on ice this season, plus 91 and 151 regular season games with the Oilers. Alrighty. Complicated scoreboard. No. This scoreboard's not complicated at all. It's super easy. Right? You got the You've got the two teams. You've got the shots underneath them. The score is in the middle, and then their team record. Right? Yo, what's going on, Erica? Finally able to relax after 4 hours of practice. I hope practice went well. Someone get the Viking a puke bucket. So, yeah, the fact that there is no Matthias Ekholm tonight, look for Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard to likely play close to 30 minutes each, and it's going to have to be a by committee win tonight. The team is going to have to win by committee. What's up, Christian? How's it going today? Justin, Erica, K-Pup, Nashville Predators fan. I see you all. Vehicle. Has anybody been watching Boston, New York? What a crazy game. Yeah, Pastrnak with a hat trick. JT Miller had 2 goals. Do we have Kitty? Look at Kitty. Kitty's coming to say hi. Hi, Kitty. He has blessed us with his presence. Hi, buddy. He's usually way too shy to ever come on in. Hello, Kitty. Hi. How you doing? This is Kitty, everyone. We adopted him a couple months ago. Actually, I think it was beginning of December, but yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go. What's up, Andrew? Do oil revert lines of first period as a disaster? Yes, I think so. Curious to see what the defensive pairs look like without Matthias Ekholm now. Rare Kitty. Yeah, he must want attention or something. He usually never, ever comes in here when I'm streaming, like ever. Remember when we all said see you in October to Canucks fans? I wonder if that still stands. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. They can still make the playoffs. I think the return for JT Miller was underwhelming, but considering the circumstances of what was going on and the fact that Vancouver was negotiating from a position of weakness because of, their GM coming out and basically being like, yeah, Miller and Pettersson aren't getting along. I think what Vancouver got was okay. If Philip Hedl can remain healthy for Vancouver, that's good for them. And then picking up Marcus Pettersson from Pittsburgh after is also a really good pickup. And Drew O'Connor is also a good player. So Vancouver's picked up some good players, some good depth pieces. Will it help them make the playoffs? We'll have to find out. We need both Kitty and Mochi. I know, right? Kitty is a good luck charm, I think. Oh, I hope so. I think he will be as well. Yeah, he's a cutie. All right, what's our snack tonight? What's our snack of choice and our drink of choice? Now, I don't have any snacks when I live stream because, you don't want to hear me chewing in your ear, right? But I do have Diet Pepsi as my drink of choice tonight. Normally, I go Coke Zero, but I've had some cans of Diet Pepsi I have to get rid of, so. I just had the nastiest pizza 73. That is so unfortunate. Oh, no. I am so sorry to hear that. The last time I had pizza 73, they were actually pretty good, so. O'Connor is a very good player, Erica. I got a bowl of yogurt mixed with matcha and honey and added dark choco chips. You know what? You can't get any better than that. Hot chocolate. I love that, Gordon. Oh, man. I went outside. So there's a little convenience store that's 2 blocks away from where I live. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of cold out, kind of windy, but you know what? I'm going to brave the elements. I'm going to go get myself a snack, a sandwich, and be back at home in no time. The wind chill. Oh, my God. My ears and face were just frozen within 20 seconds. I was like, what is this? Horrible. Has any other player like Miller gone back to a team they previously left? Yeah, there have been instances. There have definitely been instances of players that, get traded from a team and then years later get traded back. Just tried Pineapple Fanta. Isn't pretty good. Darn, well, sounds good. Kitty Kitty and Mochi in the live stream, impossible. 0.001% of happening. Well, Kitty Kitty's already joined us. I don't know if Mochi will join us, though. She might. Pizza 73 is a pizza brand, Borealis. Pepsi better than Coke. I like both, but I drink the diet versions of both, so. Hit the like button. That's right, Robin. Hit the like button. I also have a little animation in the bottom right corner of the stream just to remind people to hit that like button. There's like a little thumbs up, and then it'll switch to subscribe. That way I don't have to actually verbally remind people to like and subscribe. It'll just pop up on screen. People will look down and see that and be like, oh yeah, I should hit the like button. Suffered the same shoveling without a scarf today. Yeah, I knew it was cold, and I even dressed for the weather, but for some reason, it's like my brain was like, I'll be fine. I was not fine. Cheeks got burned. Yep. Just finished dinner of fish, rice, and veggies. Still hungry. Diets be rough, man. That's the thing. Like I eat a lot of fish as well. Since 2022, I have dropped close to 50 pounds now. And a lot of it was just dietary changes, drinking no sugar drinks instead of sugary pops like I used to drink all the time, cutting out most energy drinks, and eating a lot of fish and veggies. And I'm always hungry. After I finish a meal of like fish and veggie, like salmon with rice and steamed vegetables, I am so hungry still, even if it's like a big plate, and it sucks. Oh yeah, I should hit the like button. Part of me wants to go out to the neighborhood to make money by shoveling snow on car pads. Part of me doesn't want to. Not everyone will pay. Like, it's tough. Like, if you know your neighborhood, you might. But sometimes you knock on the door and you're like, hey, can I shovel your driveway for $20? And a lot of times you'll get a no. So that's a tough one. Psychologically, I wish it was July. Sam. It's open land. The wind is insane up here. Oh, brutal. Thank you, Andrew. Well, my cardiologist 2.5 years ago was like, you need to drop this weight. And I was like, okay. So I dropped all the weight, and now there are still issues with my heart that they're trying to figure out. I'm like, thanks. Well, at least I did my part. My body decided it wants to do its own thing anyways. The carnivore diet, eat as much. I've read about it. Not for me. I couldn't do it. I don't eat a lot of red meat. Not a big fan. What's up, Vanco? I find that if I wait around 20 minutes, I stop feeling hungry after a meal. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, absolutely. What do you feel of the two trades the Canucks made yesterday? I think, considering the circumstances with JT Miller, they got an okay return as long as Philip Hedl can remain healthy. And then flipping, I think they flipped that first rounder for Pettersson and Drew O'Connor. Good trade from Pittsburgh. So I think Vancouver actually ended up pretty decent. My vet told me my dog needs to lose weight. I have JT Miller in a 2010 Oilers rebuild thing, and he turned into a 94 overall. I love that. Downtown Connor Brown with 6 goals tonight. Safeway millionaire incoming. Could you imagine? I would shut my YouTube channel down if Connor Brown scored 6 goals in a game. Hard to afford the carnivore diet. Steak isn't cheap. No, I mean, most groceries are not cheap nowadays. The Penguins part of the deal made me feel a lot better about it. That's what I was thinking too. Like, I saw that deal go through before I went to bed last night, and I was like, okay, Drew O'Connor, Marcus Pettersson, that's pretty good. And they have Philip Hedl as well. Pretty good pickups for the Vancouver Canucks. Would I have to buy 2 jerseys? No, I wouldn't even. I would buy the 1 jersey, and then I would shut the YouTube channel down forever. That's what would happen. Has he had 6 goals in 6 years? Oh no, Jeff. Draisaitl predictions by the end of the season, 57 goals is my prediction. Should be a great game tonight. 2 powerhouses, absolutely. Canucks adding another Pettersson after trading Miller is also kind of hilarious. Yeah, they're collecting all the Petterssons now. Now that JT Miller is not in that locker room, they can collect every single Pettersson that plays professional hockey. They got the Infinity Gauntlet of Petterssons. They got Thanos back there. Jim Rutherford, he's clenching his fist. He's got 3 Petterssons. He needs a couple more to round it all out. You're a great commentator. Just get the brown jersey. If I had the money, I would probably buy a brown jersey, like even if he doesn't get a hat trick. Kind of scared to see the Canes play. They are all super sick. It sounds like the Oilers are in a similar situation. Matthias Ekholm is not in the lineup for Edmonton tonight. He's also very sick, and it sounds like a few players in Edmonton. There's something going around. Not just the NHL, but there's something going around that's affecting a lot of people right now. So, every Pettersson. I'd be more afraid of collecting all the Connors. True. My prediction is Oilers win 5-2. I like that prediction. That has to be a nightmare for all the commentators. Pettersson gives it over to Pettersson in the left circle. Passes to Pettersson at the point. Pettersson to the right, and Pettersson scores! This will all culminate in a Swedish Pettersson appearing to give the Canucks a double hat trick each. I love that. Let's go Leafs, says Danielle. Loves Fortnite. Good luck to the Leafs. If there are any Leafs fans tuning in, of course, good luck. Have lots of fun. I'm kind of nervous about this game. I'm going to say 6-3 Oilers. You're nervous, but then you're predicting a big blowout win. I like it. Same score as Rangers and Bruins. That would be a great game. That would be a great game for Edmonton if they were able to pull that off. The best was when they gave younger Petey an E on the jersey. Like, that was going to help. Nurse Klingberg first pair. Do they have the line rotations in? I need to see what the line rotations are. Hold on. If it is Nurse Klingberg, that's going to be really scary. Oh, God, it is. All right, let's take a look, folks. Tony Brar, Edmonton lineup versus Toronto. You have Draisaitl, McDavid, Perry, which we expected. Arvidsson, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, Podkolzin, Henrique Brown, Skinner, Janmark, Kapanen, Nurse, Klingberg. Kulak Bouchard is fine. I like that pairing. But Nurse, Klingberg in his second game, coming back from hip resurfacing surgery, and oh no. Oh, and Skinner and net. Brutal. Okay, well, positive vibes here, folks. Okay, positive vibes. We're going to need it. We're going to need the positive vibes here because that is a brutal defensive core tonight with Nurse Klingberg on the top pair. Oh, does it? Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Oh, you are right. It is different. So the official lines posted by the Edmonton Oilers: Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, and Perry. Hyman, Draisaitl, Arvidsson, Podkolzin, Henrique Brown. So basically, they're Draisaitl's second line, Nugent Hopkins' first line. Nurse, Klingberg, Kulak, Bouchard, Stetcher, Emberson, and then Skinner in net. So Chris Knobloch likes to troll the other coaches a little bit, it seems. 5-0 Maple Leafs. You know what? That could happen, Danielle. That it could be one of those games. That could happen. I would not be shocked if that did happen, actually. Of course, still a few minutes to go before puck drop. Probably about another 10 minutes to go before puck drop. So we have time to take a look at the last 5 games players to watch. Of course, there's Mitch Marner for the Leafs, William Nylander, Leon Draisaitl. Well, Draisaitl across the board, really, is the one that's producing the most for Edmonton right now. The Leafs, their goaltending situation: Joseph Woll, 17-10-0, 264 goals against, 908 save percentage. His game has started to slow down a little bit. He started off really hot, but his game is regressing. Anthony Stolarz has been great all year, though. 9-5-2, 215 goals against, 927 save percentage. As a team, the Leafs have a 900 save percentage, 288 goals against average. And then for the Oilers, of course, 32-15-4. You have Pickard and Skinner, who, I mean, This is fine. There's no issues here, in my opinion. They're giving the Oilers a chance most nights to win. Last 10, Maple Leafs have won 4 of their last 10. The Oilers have won 7 of their last 10. So we'll see how this game goes once it starts up. I did want to pull up a tweet, actually, regarding Bouchard. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. I might have bookmarked it. All right, so this is the entire list of NHL defensemen, minimum 1,000 minutes with a higher expected goals for percentage from than Evan Bouchard at 5-on-5. Nobody. Literally nobody. Evan Bouchard, since 2022, has the best expected goals for percentage at 5-on-5 of any defenseman in the entire NHL. And he has a 57% expected goals for percentage without McDavid or Draisaitl. So he's not even being carried by McDavid or Draisaitl. Evan Bouchard is polarizing because he's on the ice so much. People will look at his giveaway stats and be like, oh, he's like third in the league in giveaways. Well, he also has the puck more than anyone else, so of course you're going to give away the puck more, right? Evan Bouchard is totally fine. Evan Bouchard is an elite defenseman. The Oilers are lucky to have him. Homegrown. They're lucky to have him. I'm going to bookmark these tweets. I can just send to people who want to yell at Bouchard all the time. He does make his mistakes, obviously. I'm not saying that he's not perfect, but... All right, why are we talking about the Denver Nuggets and Charlotte Hornets, Danielle? Or Daniel? It is a hockey stream. This is the Oilers and Leafs. I personally do not care about the Denver Nuggets or Charlotte Hornets. I don't care about the Magic or Jazz. Oh, it's okay. Fans can absolutely be frustrated with Bouchard. I get it. Streams and videos are so entertaining. You have a lot of charisma. Cheers. Hey, I appreciate that, Temporary. Thank you so much. I do my best. I do my best for all of you. I find I'm kind of just winging it like half the time, but... All right, so what do we got? We have 49 votes. Leon Draisaitl is the consensus first goal scorer for Edmonton. We're going to end that poll. Sounds like the fans have spoken. Leon Draisaitl will score the first goal for the Oilers. Well, time to get another game snack, Erica. Time to get some popcorn or something. Klingberg playing tonight? Yes. Top line or top pair with Darnell Nurse. Top pair with Darnell Nurse because Matthias Ekholm is sick. He is not in the lineup tonight. Yo, what's up for you? Hello, Austin hockey fans. Oilers are 22-6-2 in their last 30 games. Leafs fans, good luck because you'll need it. Oilers fans, I like our chances. It's going to be a fun game. I liked our chances until they announced Matthias Ekholm was not going to be in the lineup. However, John Klingberg in the lineup may score against his former team. There is usually one of those things where former Leafs usually score against the Leafs. So let's hope John Klingberg can produce against Toronto tonight. The puck drop probably about 10 minutes away or so. Speaking of former Leafs, thoughts on the CC trade? I don't know what Dallas is doing. The fact that they are without Heiskanen for a while and then they pick up CC and Dumba, they've had Dumba, but Dallas's forward group, great. They're cooking. Dallas's defensive core, oh my lord. Dallas, I don't know, man. That's a team that needs to start getting healthy because their defense is bad. DC's the centerpiece of that trade. Granlund's a great pickup for them. They essentially paid a first for Granlund and a fourth for CC. Is that market value? Yeah, probably. But I don't know. I don't know why there's this fascination with Cody CC around the NHL. Daniel, I have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. I'm just gonna leave you be because you're in your own little world talking about other sports. Dallas should have went for a guy like Savard as well on the block for Montreal. One of the best shot blocking defensemen in the NHL. Savard is bad though. Savard is bad. I don't know who's worse, Savard or CC. Did Saad say anything about why he didn't choose Edmonton? No. There was no real Brandon Saad that said anything, at least on my channel. We'll never know. He probably joined Vegas because Vegas is always a perennial contender. CC's probably glad to be on a playoff team again. Oh, probably. I mean, I understand playing on San Jose. The players that are there, you're doing your best. You understand it's a rebuild, but losing night after night must just weigh on players. I think both teams will be greatly benefited. That is true, Erica. Tough test for Klingberg straight away. Yeah, this is a really, really tough test for Klingberg. Has barely even had a chance to get warm in this lineup with the Oilers, so it's not cold plains in Vegas. I think the weather thing is a bit overplayed when it comes to players choosing Edmonton or not. The Leafs have not been scoring lately, so you know what that means. Yeah, it's true. I feel like the Oilers haven't been scoring at the rate that they should, though, either. The game against Washington, they probably could have had about 5 or 6 goals if it wasn't for Thompson. Alex Lyon for Detroit. Oh, my God. Edmonton could have had 6, 7, 8 goals. So I feel like both Edmonton and Toronto, they're due for some offense here. I'm not sure if Reaves is playing. I haven't seen. I'm shocked that Klingberg didn't get a conditioning stint in the AHL. Me too. I don't know how conditioning stints work. I don't know what loopholes you have to do to get those. I feel like he could have had one because he was coming off of surgery, but I don't actually know how it works. No Reaves tonight. Was he scared? Was he scared of retribution against the Edmonton Oilers? The known toughness of the Edmonton Oilers, the physical Oilers who throw 8 hits a game. Reaves couldn't handle it, huh? McDavid's been too fancy lately. He needs to simplify his game. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think he's just been sick, and I think he's just trying to do a little bit too much. I think he'll be okay, though. When's the Oilers' next prime Monday night hockey game? I don't think it's until April, actually. I think it's sometime in April. Maybe late March. They only have one left. What's up, Floating Wizard? Who opens the scoring? I did a poll when the stream started. Everyone said Draisaitl. So that's who's going to open the scoring. I left it up to the chat, and chat has decided on Draisaitl tonight. New scoreboard. Yep. Yeah, I got a nice brand new scoreboard, and it's really cool because, as shots are tallied, I can tally the shots myself. I'm just editing it right now, 11 shots to 7, and let's say 2-1. Boom. Look at that. I can edit this scoreboard in real time, which is pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Maurizio? Watch it be Connor Brown. I'd love a vehicle. Give McDavid some time to cook. That man is a legend, and this is from a Canucks fan. He is the best. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think McDavid will have a good game tonight against Toronto. Connor Brown Hattie tonight against his former team. Oh, boy, I would love that so much. What's your game day score prediction? I can't remember what I predicted. Did I say 7-4 Edmonton? I think I said 7-4 Edmonton. Colors are great, too. Yeah, try and color coordinate it. I'm going to miss the random corner of commercials, though. That's fine. Quesadillas are yum. What's up, Ace? Is Skinner in? Yes. 5-4 OT win for someone if Pickard's in. 17-4 for the... So Calvin Pickard is going to help the Oilers generate 17 goals. Man, that's incredible. If yes, 20-9 Oilers. Oh, my God. Yeah, sour cream and salsa with a quesadilla is just, like, perfect. Pickard's that good, apparently. Pickard will get 8 assists in the game. 8-point game for Pickard as the Oilers generate 17 goals. Miller already producing for the Rangers. Yeah, he had 2 goals today. JT Miller had 2 goals for the Rangers. Maybe in shots on net. I love Pickard more than Hyman. Oh, damn. Man, they haven't even stepped onto the ice yet? What is going on? What is the delay here? Like, what is Kyle Bukauskas talking about? Why have they not stepped on it? It is 5:12, right? Like, we are 12 minutes past the scheduled start time. This is outrageous. God. What about Janmark? I have Hockey Night in Canada on my TV. Starting National Anthem, I believe. I have it on my TV as well. They're showing McDavid right now. That would never happen. McDavid would never be traded to Vancouver. Blame it on Nurse. At least only one anthem? That's true. Yeah. Oh, they're showing the Molson Cup. I forgot they do the Molson Cup every month. Who won the Molson Cup this month? Was it Leon Draisaitl or was it Connor McDavid? Because it's literally only them every single month. They've been doing the Molson Cup for a long time. We could win the cup and people would blame it on Nurse. All right. My hair is messy. I'm going to remove my hat for the national anthem as Robert Clark is about to start singing, this beautiful man with his beautiful voice. Yes, that is correct. Most of you are going to be ahead of me. So during the game, actual gameplay, when I'm commentating, I will have chat hidden. And then every whistle and commercial, I will bring chat back up so I can interact, answer questions, that sort of thing. Too much for Brado. Oilers are so bad at hockey. Damn, dude. That's a 1 minute timeout. The Edmonton Oilers are 3rd in the NHL. You're bad at commenting. How about that? I think 7-4 was my score prediction, Fork dude. He actually hates us. That's the real reason for muting us. No, I don't hate anyone. Coilers, Copelers, Couplesslers. Am I doing it right? Yeah, you're doing it right, vehicle. For Edmonton. What's up, Mr. NHL? Anthem's done. We're going to have a great game here tonight in Edmonton, despite the fact that Matthias Ekholm is out of the lineup. We're about to have a wonderful game of hockey. The Edmonton Oilers against the Toronto Maple Leafs. All Canadian matchup. Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. Who is ready? Let's go. Spam some emotes. Spam some let's go Oilers. Spam some, I don't know, oil barrels. Joseph Wall in net for Toronto, and then Stuart Skinner for Edmonton. 19-11-4 record, .266 goals against average, and a .903 save percentage. I am jacked right up. This is going to be a good game. Hiding the chat. Chat is hidden. Draisaitl's on the bench right now. We'll see what line the Oilers start with. Looks like you got Victor Arvidsson on the ice with Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Here's Evan Bouchard off the faceoff. He'll feed that across to Brett Kulak. Kulak will get a lot of ice time in the absence of Ekholm. And there's a go Leafs go and let's go Oilers chance already. Here's Austin Matthews. He'll give that to Tanev. Up the ice, cut off by Kulak. Puck comes to center. Arvidsson can't come up with it. Here's McCabe across to Tanev, back to McCabe. Toronto maintains puck possession. Corey Perry on the ice for Edmonton now. Leon Draisaitl also out there. Nugent Hopkins hasn't gone for his change. Expect McDavid out soon. And here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll find Leon Draisaitl with speed on the left side. He spins away from a check. Waits for some reinforcements. Darnell Nurse towards the goal. And that's stopped by Joseph Wall and Corey Perry falling in front early. Wall is a wall. All right. At least the crowd is energetic tonight at Edmonton. Tavares will take the faceoff against Leon Draisaitl. Tavares also back from injury for Toronto. He's missed his a decent amount of time with injury for the Leafs. Draisaitl kicked out, so Connor McDavid will come on in. McDavid wins it, comes to the point. Here's Klingberg. He'll throw it into the right corner, give it to Connor McDavid. McDavid trapped by Tavares. McCabe for Toronto, cut off by Draisaitl. Corey Perry keeps the cycle alive. Connor McDavid will pick up the puck now. Here's McDavid with speed. He reverses, gives it to John Klingberg. Klingberg towards the goal. That breaks a Leaf stick, but Nylander's going to skate this up with speed. Here's Nylander against Klingberg. Nylander stopped by Stuart Skinner. Poor John Klingberg already went down in the one-on-one. Nylander had a partial breakaway, and he's stopped by Skinner. Here's Darnell Nurse on his backhand. Centers it. Draisaitl can't come up with the rebound. Draisaitl now on his backhand in the Leaf zone. He'll play it back to Connor McDavid. McDavid to Klingberg in front. High slot. Here's McDavid. Comes to the crease. McDavid! Oh, and he was looking on the back door. Nobody home. Here's Draisaitl now. He plays it to McDavid at the point. Klingberg tries to play it across to Draisaitl, and the puck will come back to Ty Emberson. High event hockey in the first 2 minutes here, folks. Holy moly. Here comes Connor Brown now. He'll skate it through the neutral zone. He'll enter the Leaf zone, dump it in deep. Emberson, he'll come in and support, trying to get the puck in, but that's cut off by the Leafs. Here's McMahon to Benoit. The Leafs clear to the neutral zone, but Henrique will take that puck. Oh, and a giveaway by Emberson to Matthews. Here's Marner now in the Oilers zone. One-time attempt was fanned on, and here's Podkolzin. He's trying to chase after it. He'll get to it and just dump that deep into the Leaf zone. Oilers will make a change. And here's a hit thrown by Kapanen. He just leveled somebody on the Leafs down behind the Leafs net. I don't know who that was on Toronto. It was just nailed into the boards by Kasperi Kapanen. Not a big hitter, Kapanen, but he threw a big hit there. Here's Janmark off the boards. Tried to chip it to himself. Comes to Bouchard, but he's cut off. And here's Holmberg. Jeff Skinner steals the puck from him. Brett Kulak across to Bouchard in his own end. Bouchard, giveaway in the neutral zone once again. Here's David Kampf for Toronto. Puck in deep. Here's Holmberg behind the Oilers net. He's hounded by Matthias Janmark. Holmberg behind the Oilers goal. He stick handles around, but the Oilers will grab it, and here comes Jeff Skinner. The Oilers might have a 3-on-2. Here comes Jeff Skinner. Left side, walking in, tries to get a shot off. Puck comes to the right side of the net. It's still sitting there. Joseph Woll's going to hang on to that one. And there's a lot of action going on here. Holy smokes. You love to see that, folks. I think shots are 2-1, not 100% positive. Poor John Klingberg, though, going down early. That's the John Klingberg we all remember. Falling down on rush chances against. Here's a shot towards the goal. That's stopped by Joseph Woll off his pad into the corner. Nylander will come up with it. He'll play it to McCabe. McCabe up the middle of the ice, cut off by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins finds Arvidsson on his backhand. He'll bring it in with Hyman. Zach Hyman now, left circle, towards the goal. Darnell Nurse centers it in front, and nobody can come up with it. Here's a shot by Arvidsson, doesn't make it. Puck comes to the neutral zone. Here's Klingberg. He'll stick handle, backhands it, gives it to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins chips and chases with Zach Hyman. Hyman against Tanev. Puck comes back to the neutral zone, and a shot from center on Woll, but that was an easy save for him. Here come the Leafs now. Matthews with the giveaway. Here's Draisaitl. He'll find Corey Perry. Slap shot, and that's stopped by Joseph Woll. Love Corey Perry, the old school clapper. And here's McDavid. He'll find Draisaitl. Back to the point. Here's Kulak across to Bouchard. And that puck bobbles over Bouchard's stick. Bouchard tries to put it up the middle. He's cut off again. Bouchard, being hounded here, finds McDavid. McDavid, he'll give it to Kulak. Across to Bouchard. Bouchard can't come up with it. Now Matthews will for Toronto. He'll play it back to Nyes. Nyes across the ice. And Nyes can't come up with it. Off the boards, here comes Bouchard now. He'll find Draisaitl. Walks in. McDavid with a shot, and that's blocked in front. Draisaitl on his forehand in the left circle. Down low to McDavid. Connor McDavid looking to make a play. Stick handles, gives it to Bouchard. Bouchard shot, looking for a tip. It was blocked by Nyes. Here's McDavid to Draisaitl. Walks in, shoots, and that goes high and way over the net. Doesn't make it there. And that ricochets back to center. Evan Bouchard for the Oilers will leave it for Ty Emberson now. Puck goals into Connor Brown. Connor Brown back to Emberson. Emberson will dump it in deep into the Leaf zone, and that's going to be considered icing or offside. I don't know what that was. Man, what a start to this game. Jeez. Good block by Morgan Riley on McDavid, who had a one-time opportunity there. Corey Perry with the slap shot, stopped by Woll. Puck in the Oilers zone, comes to Troy Stecher. He'll find Podkolzin. He can't move the puck up, but Stecher, he will. Stecher backhands it down the ice. It's going to be chased in by Henrique. Oilers try and center it. It's held along the boards by Benoit and Henrique. Connor Brown trying to come up with it. Behind the Leafs goal. Podkolzin along the boards on his forehand. Plays it behind the net to Connor Brown. Connor Brown back to Podkolzin. Podkolzin, he's being hounded by Timmins. Back to the point. Here's a shot by Stecher. And Connor Brown couldn't get a piece of that as Joseph Woll was able to get a piece and knock it in the corner. Here's Bobby McMahon. He'll skate it into the Oilers zone. Emberson goes down awkwardly, but comes out with the puck. Here comes Ty Emberson. Right side. Spins back, looking for reinforcements. Tries to give it to Kapanen, but here comes Nylander with speed on his backhand, stopped by Stuart Skinner. Nice save by Skinner on Nylander, who's had the first two shots for the Leafs in this one. Tavares to Nylander in front, and he scores! William Nylander. I think Skinner was screened in front. It is 1-0 Leafs on their third shot of the period, and Nylander has all three shots for Toronto in this period, and he puts one into the net for the Leafs. 1-0 Toronto. Nylander had a backhander that was initially stopped by Stuart Skinner. And then the puck came to the neutral zone. There was 3 players in front. I don't think Skinner saw anything. There was traffic in front. Pacioretty screening Skinner. He couldn't. Yeah, Skinner couldn't see anything there. Good screen in front by Pacioretty. And the Leafs with an early 1-0 lead. Here's William Nylander now, still on the ice, as Toronto will send it down the ice. John Klingberg being pressured by Pacioretty. Oh, and Klingberg's hit hard. He goes down. Here comes Connor McDavid, though. He'll find Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl skates it through the neutral zone, gives it to Kapanen. Here's Draisaitl on his backhand, trying to get it around, finds Connor McDavid. McDavid centers it, comes to the blue line. Klingberg at the point. Klingberg with a shot, and that's stopped by Joseph Woll. Easy save for Woll. So Nylander buzzing. Toronto with the first goal of the game. Screen in front. And it's unfortunate because the Oilers seem to give up leads early or goals early in games. However, the Oilers seem to like to play from behind a lot more than they like to play with a lead. The other night, they had a 2-0 lead against Detroit, and Detroit came back and won. The Oilers have come back in numerous games from deficits in recent games. Of course, they were down 3-0 to Colorado and came back and won in that one. So not too worried for the Oilers. If they can get this thing tied up before the end of the period, we'll be in a good position. Yeah, it was a good screen, good shot. William Nylander, he's a high elite player for a reason. It was just a good play by Nylander, a goal scorer's goal. Absolutely. I mean, they did have the lead against Detroit, and then they weren't able to build on it. But I will say, Stuart Skinner, in the month of January, he had a .922 save percentage, a 2.26 goals against average, and I think he had 10 or 11 goals saved above expected. So he had a really good month of January. We are into February now. It's just an elite shot by Nylander. Good screen by Pacioretty. You would have liked a block there maybe. Maybe Troy Stetcher could have tried to get more in the shooting lane, could have tried to take Pacioretty out in the high slot. Just one of those plays, you know? Okay, so here's the thing. Every goal is going to be Stuart Skinner's fault. Will that make everybody happy? That'll make every Oilers fan happy, right? Every goal ever is the goalie's fault. Every goal on Woll tonight, oh, that's his fault. Every goal on Skinner, that's his fault. We give no credit to the shooter, no credit to the elite players that are on the ice. It's always the goalie. Got it. Got it. Chat has made the decision. Here's the puck to the point for the Oilers. Klingberg across to Nurse. Nurse tries to put that towards the goal. Rebound in front. Puck is loose. Where is it? It's still loose. Klingberg has it. Top of the circle. Tries to play it to Nugent Hopkins off of his skate. And the puck will come up the left wing. Lorentz now for Toronto. Picked up by Holmberg. Here's Holmberg for the Leafs. And there's going to be a penalty against the Oilers now. Here's Riley. He'll give that across to his D partner. Riley down to Holmberg. Holmberg to the high slot. And that shot goes just wide. Toronto with lots of possession and chances now. Here's Nylander down low. Darnell Nurse throws a hit. Puck to the point for Camp. Camp behind the net. Oh, and off a stick of Riley. Puck comes down the ice here. And Toronto ices it, but the Oilers will have a penalty here. Like, it's just crazy how short the memories are. Like, do we not forget that Stu Skinner just played an amazing game against Detroit? .941 save percentage? Like, I don't get it, man. Couple breakaway saves. Like, we're chilling. We are chilling, folks. So power play for the Leafs. Oilers will have to kill this one. Henrique will take the face off. Let's see if the Oilers can get a shorty here. And we're going to need a bit more positivity, Oilers fans. We need more positivity. Here's a shot from Toronto. That goes high and wide. Puck comes to Nylander. He has it in the left circle. He'll play it back to the point. Pressured by Henrique. Here's Tavares. He'll find Nylander. Nylander trying to play it back to the blue line. Puck is kept in by the Leafs. But Brett Kulak does a good job on his forehand. He's just going to rim it around the boards, and he will get the puck out. Puck down the ice. Good clear for the Oilers. 1:30 left in the power play for the Leafs. Here's Nylander. He'll skate it up the ice with speed. He's tripped up by Janmark. No call. Austin Matthews will come up with it. Marner to Matthews. Here's Austin Matthews. He spins away from a check. Gives it to Marner at the point. He'll find Tavares in the high slot. Back to Marner at the point. Austin Matthews. He shoots. Stopped by Skinner. Rebound. They score. Matthew Nyes off the rebound makes it 2-0 Toronto. And the Oilers do not get the kill. Skinner made the first save. Nobody could clear Nyes in front, and he shoves it under Skinner's pad. And it is 2-0 Toronto. There was the initial shot, and yeah, I mean, nobody taking any. There's no coverage in front of Skinner. You have Nyes all by himself and Tavares, two players in front of Skinner with nobody taking either of them out. But Skinner, he made the initial save, should have had it covered. Skinner should have had the rebound covered there. Shouldn't have even had a rebound given. Oh, I'm always happy, Ace. I'm always happy. So the Oilers got some, this is similar to the Detroit game, except the other way. Edmonton had the early 2-0 lead against Detroit. Detroit came back and won. Now it's Edmonton's turn. It's their turn to try and come back. So 2-0 Toronto, 10:43 to play in the period. Defensive zone draw for the Oilers. Here's Brett Kulak now. He'll skate it up the ice for the Oilers. Zach Hyman, he'll play the puck around the boards. Darnell Nurse, or Draisaitl, backhand to Bouchard out of his reach. Here's Draisaitl. He knocks down his man, gives the puck back to Bouchard. Bouchard up the middle. Leon with the puck finds McDavid up the middle with speed. Connor McDavid tried to split about 5 players, and that wasn't going to happen. And here comes Robertson with Domi. Here comes Max Domi with a shot that goes wide. Puck comes to Connor McDavid now. McDavid with some speed through the neutral zone. He'll try and make a backhand pass. Can't find Draisaitl. Hyman will step on in behind the Leafs net. Oilers along the boards trying to come up with it. Here's Draisaitl. Plays it back. Darnell Nurse down low. Zach Hyman to Leon Draisaitl. Oh, and Leon Draisaitl with a reverse hit on Benoit. Benoit goes down. Benoit didn't trip Draisaitl, but there was no call. Here's Domi for the Leafs. Toronto cycling. Puck coming around. Janmark trying to come up with it. Here's Janmark. Skates it up. He gives it to Darnell Nurse. Nurse dumps it deep in the Leaf zone. Here's a high flip through the neutral zone. Darnell Nurse goes back to grab it. Here's Nurse to Klingberg. Klingberg being pressured. Finds Darnell Nurse. Nurse up the middle of the ice. Picked off by Toronto. Oilers not sharp on their passes. Here's Tavares. And Nylander goes offside with 9 minutes to play in the period. Draisaitl with the reverse hit on Benoit there. That was a nice hit. Oilers look like they missed a few practices. The Edmonton Oilers right now, there is a flu bug going through that room. And they are missing Matthias Ekholm. One of those games. If Toronto wins 10-0, who gives a shit? The Oilers are still third place in the league, and I'm not worried. Of course, you're allowed to blame Skinner. Anyone can blame Skinner. That's up to you guys. That is up to whoever. I can't tell anyone else how to fan. I can't tell you to leave Stu Skinner alone. I can't tell you to blame him for every goal. That's not up to me. What I do is I'm doing live stream commentary and analyzing the game as I see it. If you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. Obviously, the Oilers are in a 2-0 deficit, and they have to find a way to claw themselves back into this one, missing their top defender on their top pairing against a very good Toronto team that is pretty stingy defensively. What did I miss? Babysitting my nephew. Oilers with a quick start, but Toronto with the first 2 goals is kind of how I would say. Toronto, one of their goals was on the power play as well. Yeah, exactly for you. I agree. If Pickard was in the net, I'd be happy to. We all know that the Oilers, other than their finishing from their forward group, goaltending is the area that they need to probably improve at the trade deadline. But for right now, it's February 1st. The team is 3rd place in the NHL. It's the first period. Let's all step off the ledge of the bridge, and let's see if the boys can rally and find a way to come back. Here's Connor Brown now on his backhand. He'll play it to Emberson. Emberson keeps the cycle going for the Oilers. Centering pass by Podkolzin to nobody, and Nylander will skate it out for Toronto. Here comes Nylander, and another penalty against the Oilers. A high sticking call. The Oilers are just, oh my God, man. Another power play for Toronto. There was a high stick on Nylander. Just from bad to worse for Edmonton. They are not sharp right now. Podkolzin. Yeah. Podkolzin hit himself in the helmet, and then he hit Nylander in the head. I don't know what Podkolzin just skating around, stick above his head. He's just whack-a-mole out there. Oh, no, Podkolzin. All right, let's see if the Oilers can stop the bleeding. They need a penalty kill. This is the second one. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. Partial breakaway. Nuge! And he's stopped by Joseph Wall on the breakaway. Here's John Tavares now for Toronto. Man, if Nuge had been able to score there, that would have been massive. But nice save by Joseph Wall. Nylander walks it in. Nylander on his backhand, centers it. Auston Matthews in the right circle. Auston Matthews plays it back to Marner. Across to Nylander, and that's a shot that's fanned. Oh, and Stetcher's hit hard into the boards from behind. No call. Toronto still has it. Here's Nylander, another one-time attempt, and he fans on that one. Stetcher was hit from behind into the boards. There was no call, and now he's being held up by Tavares. The officials have put the whistles away when it comes to Toronto making infractions, and here comes Darnell Nurse for Edmonton. He shoots, and that's blocked in front by Marner. Marner will skate it through the neutral zone. He'll give that to Max Domi. Domi walks it into the Oilers zone. He'll play it back to Mitch Marner. Marner across the ice. Here's Ekman-Larsson for Toronto. Here's a stuff attempt by Pacioretty, stopped by Skinner. Here's Pacioretty now. Puck comes to the point to Riley. Here's Domi. Domi can't get a shot off. He's hounded. Comes to Riley. Riley towards the goal. That stopped. Rebound in front, and they score! It's 3-0 Toronto. Bobby McMahon. As Toronto is swarming the net, the Oilers can't get it clear. 3-0 Leafs with 7:10 to play in the period. The Oilers, 2 power play goals against, not sharp defensively, and not getting saves right now. I would give Stu a mercy pull right now. I would just put Pickard in the net, personally. Again, McMahon's all by himself. Nurse and Pacioretty are all tied up in front. And it's 3-0 for the Leafs. And it's one of those games, folks. One of those games. The Leafs capitalize on a couple power plays. The Oilers can't get their kills. They're not getting the saves. They've got to pull a Colorado, and Evan Bouchard takes a high stick, and there's no call once again. Toronto's gotten away with about 3 penalties. Here's a shot, and Skinner has to make a save. Here's Leon Draisaitl now. Connor McDavid across to Draisaitl. Draisaitl walks it in the Leaf zone against McCabe. Draisaitl trying to center it. He's knocked down from behind, and no call. The Toronto Maple Leafs, I've seen about 5 infractions that they have not called on Toronto here, and the crowd's getting a little restless. Crowd is getting restless. My God. 6:15 to play in the period. Here's Kulak. He'll walk it in through the neutral zone, give it to Klingberg. Klingberg will find Jeff Skinner. He'll play it to Hyman. Tripped up. No call. Oh, they will make a call. Here's Henrique with a shot. And that goes wide. And the Oilers will get their first power play of the game, finally. It only took about 10 infractions for Toronto to finally get a penalty here. Lord have mercy. We are good at comebacks. We'll see if the Oilers can get a power play goal here, start to get some life back in their game. I'm still not worried, folks. Still not worried. So many Leafs fans in the building. Yeah, that's true. I don't know who the officials are tonight. I didn't even look. It's perfect compared to this. Comeback starts now. I like it. Comeback starts now. Let's go. I think I'm a robot or I'd be mad at Skinner. You're allowed to be mad at Skinner. I don't know what this whole thing is. Just because I like the player doesn't mean he's not having a bad game. And I did predict the Oilers to win 7-4, so I did get the script. Remember that. The bigger the lead, the bigger the comeback, right? And the harder the Leafs will fall. Tim Chmulski and Peter McDougall are the refs. Okay. Those are names that I don't really familiarize myself with, so. Watch out for a short. I mean, if there's a shorty, then. I would never time anyone out. Listen, the only time I time people out is if I'm, like, memeing and joking around. Like, you guys get to say what you want about the players. Because here it's free speech. It's obviously frustrating. You don't like seeing your team down 3-0. You want them to show up against teams like Toronto, but what's up, Samuel? I'm doing good. How are you, Sam? All right, power play for the Oilers. Let's see if they can find a way to get one. Let's see if Edmonton can get one goal. Shots are 11-8 for Toronto here in the first period. Oilers with their first power play. Here's Draisaitl to Bouchard. He'll give that to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge drops it to Bouchard. Bouchard shoots it, and that's stopped by Wall. Buck comes in front. Rebound in front. Draisaitl trying to center it to McDavid, and I don't know why he did that. Draisaitl had a chance to shoot. Here's McDavid now, right circle, trying to throw towards the goal. And that's blocked in front by McCabe. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. He'll find Nugent Hopkins now. Across it. Puck hits Hyman as Nuge was trying to find McDavid. Draisaitl comes in behind the net. 3 Oilers trying to come up with the puck against the penalty kill, and Toronto will come out with it. Toronto outmanned the Oilers along the boards. That shouldn't happen on the penalty kill. Here's McDavid with speed, bobbling the puck. And McDavid's hauled down, and I don't know where the puck is. It's in Wall's equipment, I guess. Yeah, McDavid is sick, too, yeah. Oh, nice try by Hyman. Draisaitl tried to reverse it to McDavid. There's not enough shooting mentality here for the Oilers. Face off by Draisaitl, 1. McDavid across. Bouchard with a shot, and that's stopped by Joseph Wall. And Toronto will send it down the ice. Skinner is going to leave that for Bouchard. 55 seconds left on the power play for Toronto. Oh, and Bouchard tried to pass it to Draisaitl, and it's out of his reach, and they iced the puck. The Oilers are all out of sorts right now. This is a terrible period. Does Bouchard really have no power play goal this season? That's actually crazy to think about. Is that true? I'll have to look that up in the intermission. Oilers defensive zone draw because they did ice it. Toronto wins it. That'll come to the neutral zone, and Toronto's going to be able to kill a bunch of time here. Here's McCabe up the middle, and here's Camp. Against Draisaitl, Camp on his backhand, plays it around the boards. Nice for Toronto. Playing it deep in the Oilers zone. Toronto doing a good job preventing Edmonton from getting set up. Here's Evan Bouchard. He'll drop it to McDavid. McDavid skates it with speed up the right side, stops up, tries to find Draisaitl, who did not come in, and McDavid, another giveaway, and it's just not good enough from the Edmonton Oilers' top players. McDavid, about 4 times this period, has skated into about 4 different defenders and given the puck away. Instead of just making the right play, entering the zone, and setting up, McDavid's trying to do too much, and that's pissing me off. Here's Victor Arvidsson at the point. Darnell Nurse towards the goal. That deflects wide. Kapanen back to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will give it to Klingberg now. Klingberg into the middle to Kapanen. Kapanen across to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will flip it forward to Arvidsson. Arvidsson behind the Leafs goal. Adam Henrique comes up with it. Here's Victor Arvidsson. Plays it across to John Klingberg. Here's Victor Arvidsson. Slap shot. Saved by Wall. And there was a rebound there. Henrique was all tied up. Couldn't get the rebound. Good shift by the Oilers after the power play. Darnell Nurse throws a hit. 3:23 to play. Shots are 12-11 for Edmonton. Klingberg will find Matthias Janmark. Janmark will dump it in deep. Stopped by Wall behind his net. Wall down low to Riley. Puck goes up the ice, and that's going to be icing on Toronto with 3:06 to play. Oilers will have an offensive zone draw here. Just over 3 minutes to play. One by Toronto, though, on the draw. Here's Riley up the left side. Stetcher steps up, but John Tavares will enter the Oilers zone. Tavares against Brown. And Brett Kulak brings it up. Here's Troy Stetcher. He'll shoot it deep into the Leafs zone. Kulak can't come up with it. Toronto on the rush. They try and make a pass, but that comes down the ice. Stetcher off the glass, kept in by Riley. Here's Toronto. Here's Domi to Riley. Shoots, deflects just wide. Here's Connor Brown for Edmonton. Oilers looking to get just, if they can get 1 goal before the end of the first period here, I'll feel a little bit better about the rest of this game. But coming down 3 goals is going to be tough. Although we did see not too long ago, Montreal had a 3-0 lead against the Leafs, and then the Leafs came back, scored about 6 unanswered goals or something. And there's a pass attempt for Edmonton and another icing against the Oilers. And, just another unforced icing by Edmonton. They are 2-3 steps behind right now. One team was ready to play, the other team was not. Here's a defensive zone draw for Edmonton. Domi's going to take it for Toronto. Here's McCabe, plays it across to Tanev. Towards the goal, misses. Here's Robertson. Spins away from Nugent-Hopkins. Robertson to McCabe. Deflects in front, but that's picked off by Bouchard. Hyman almost got the puck. Puck is deflected back into the Oilers zone. Bouchard plays it to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins to Darnell Nurse. Nurse with speed will skate it up the ice. Here's Zach Hyman now. On his forehand, spins away. Domi checks him. Hyman gives it to Darnell Nurse. Nurse shoots it. It's in front. And it might have been blocked by Tanev, that initial shot, and Toronto will just send it down into the Oilers zone. Evan Bouchard will hang on to this. And he'll go for a change. Here's John Klingberg for the Oilers. He'll skate it up slowly across to Leon Draisaitl. He'll find McDavid. He's checked by Tanev. Puck comes to Kulak. Kulak tries to put it in deep. Draisaitl comes up with it. He's cut off, but Klingberg will walk it in. On the left side, half wall. Klingberg centers it. Can't find Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he leaves that for Klingberg. Klingberg, what a pass to McDavid. McDavid shoots. Rebound in front. Wall with the stop. And Corey Perry trying to get the rebound, and there's bodies all over the place. Connor McDavid was trying to, and Perry is getting a little intense in there, Corey Perry. I don't know who you took down. Timmins? Yo, what's going on, Sam? Perry understands the game. Yes, he does. Do I think the Oilers will win? I think they can win. Timmins gets what he deserves. A little worm action. Connor McDavid, he tried to go 5-hole. Good save by Joseph Wall, he's made some good saves for Toronto. The difference right now is obviously goaltending at the moment. Wait, did they each get 5 minutes for fighting? Was that what they said? I don't know what the call was there for penalties. I don't think he's ejected. They just don't put them in the penalty box at the end of the period because you don't want guys to come out and fight each other. Perry will still be in the game. I just don't know what the call was. So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Here's Brett Kulak for Edmonton. McDavid and Draisaitl out for Edmonton. Puck comes to Austin Matthews. Matthews across the ice. He'll play it to Mitch Marner. Marner with speed. Marner walks in. Tries to center it. Goes off of a skate. Puck comes to the blue line. Toronto with possession. Here's McCabe. And Toronto will just play it back. They're just going to play possession here. A little bit of keep away. They know the Oilers' top players have been out for a while. Here's Mitch Marner for the Leafs. He'll walk into the Oilers zone against Kulak, and Marner, he'll just spin, throw it in deep. Brett Kulak will chase after it. Here's Kulak. He'll shovel it up the boards. Draisaitl waiting for it. Draisaitl tried to play it back to, Klingberg. And that's just a bad giveaway here. Klingberg behind his net against Nylander. Tavares throws a hit. And in terms of a nightmare start in this one, that's about as nightmarish as it can get for the Edmonton Oilers. Like, that is about as nightmarish as you can get when it comes to the start of this hockey game. Credit to the Leafs. They capitalized on their power plays. The Oilers' penalty kill could not come up with a save. All right, so we'll take a look at some of the stats. I'm going to take like a 5-minute break here just because there was a lot of action that period, and I need to rest my voice a little bit. So if y'all don't mind just giving me like 5 minutes, I will be right back, and then we'll come back. We'll analyze the period. We'll take a look at the Edge goal visualizers, and then see and talk about if the Oilers can even come back in this one. Considering the team is dealing with a massive flu bug right now, they're missing Matthias Ekholm, and they're not getting any saves, and Toronto is getting saves. The likelihood of an Oilers comeback is very small, but we'll talk about it. I'll see you in 5. All right. Listen, let's all take a deep breath. Right? Was that an awful period? Yes. Can the Oilers find a way to come back? Maybe. Maybe. Listen. All right. First of all, let's just kind of analyze what happened that period, right? Let's just talk about what happened. We're going to take a look at the NHL Edge Visualizer. We're going to take Nylander's goal first. I do want to take a look at this. I don't know how much of his screen was in front. You had Emberson out there with Stetcher. Emberson along the boards. Kapanen missed it. It came to Tavares. Tavares found Nylander, and when Nylander shoots at Skinner, he's looking to his left. Stuart Skinner's looking to his left. He's being screened, and well, not even really screened here, but he is looking to the left. He thinks that puck is going across to number 8 on Toronto. So Skinner's misreading this. He's looking to his left, but the puck is coming to his right. Beats him to his right. He misread that. Bad goal, right? Bad goal. Second goal against. You have Matthew Knies putting one in on the power play. Toronto working it around. Tavares to Marner. Austin Matthews, he'll take it. Now, Matthews, he throws a low shot here because he understands Knies. He's in front of Stetcher. Knies has body positioning on Stetcher in front of the crease. What Skinner needed to do was hold the rebound. If Skinner holds this rebound or prevents a rebound, we're not even talking about a goal against here. But Knies, he comes in, and then Tavares comes in as well. Nurse is late reacting. Stetcher's still just stuck behind Knies. I don't know what's going on here. And then, of course, Knies was able to pot one 2-0 on the power play. And then on the next one, you have Bobby McMahon scoring. Toronto was, again, working the cycle. Domi walks it in, plays it back to Riley at the point. Riley with a shot here. It goes off a body. I don't know if Stu made the initial save, but there was a rebound. Again, you need your rebound control, right? You need your rebound control. There was no rebound control on the second goal, no rebound control on the third goal. Bobby McMahon goes backhand. Skinner, Skinner has no lateral movement, right? Skinner has no lateral movement. 3-0 Leafs. Penalty summary, Perry was given roughing and Timmins was given roughing at the end of the period. That's why they were both sent off the ice, just to prevent any after-period shenanigans. But the Oilers, Nugent Hopkins for slashing. Vasily Podkolzin, a little whack-a-mole. He's just, I don't know. Podkolzin's hitting himself in the face and he's hitting other people in the head with his stick. I don't know why. I don't understand that. Shots were 14-11 Edmonton. However, take a look at Toronto's chances. They're all in the slot. Edmonton shots, look at all these dots on the ice. They're all from the outside. The Edmonton Oilers had no high danger looks. Toronto, the only looks they got were high danger. The expected goals in that period were 2.09 to 0.9. So Stuart Skinner's only about a negative. He's like a negative 0.9 goal saved above expected. It's not optimal, right? It's not optimal. At minimum, maybe down by 2 would have been fine. But down by 3, it's going to be tough to come back. Expected goals in all situations, of course. Knies, McMahon, Nylander. They all had a good period. And you know what the crazy thing is here? The crazy thing is, we'll look at the individual players' expected goals. And now, 1 period sample size, I actually don't care about. You need to see this. Y'all need to see what Mark Spector tweeted. Oilers playing poorly. Evan Bouchard playing somewhere south of that. Puck error after puck error. Bouchard wasn't ready to play tonight. What? Mark Spector is blaming Evan Bouchard, who wasn't even on the ice for any goal against, by the way. So I responded, Bouchard hasn't been on the ice for a single goal against, and Stu cannot stop a beach ball. Klingberg is not NHL ready as he's falling all over the place, and the penalty kill stinks. And you're sitting here blaming Bouchard. That's pathetic. Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy? Listen, I don't normally pick on anyone specific in Edmonton media, but I don't know what game Mark Spector is watching. I legitimately don't know what game Mark Spector is watching. If he thinks Evan Bouchard was the problem in that period. There were a lot of problems in that period, and I would say Bouchard was probably pretty low on the list of problems. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm on the Stuart Skinner needs to be better trained tonight. I'm with all of you. Everyone in chat that's like, hey, listen, Skinner stinks right now. Yes. Not a good period. But I don't know what the heck Mark Spector's watching. You know what, though? Fans that are tuning in, Oilers fans, Leafs fans, it's one of those games. Does it suck? Absolutely. Can the Oilers still come back? Yes. Is it likely? No. But for the rest of this game, we're here for the vibes, all right? We're here for the vibes. We'll talk, about a lot of different things, but let's keep the vibes up, right? Our community is very positive all the time. I don't want us to get all infighting about certain players because I know all we care about is this team winning. All of us right now watching the stream, tuning in, commenting, even if you're a lurker at the moment, we just want the team to do their, we want success for the team. So we're going to keep the vibes high. I'm going to do my best on stream to keep the vibes at a 10, even if the team is at a 0, because, it can't get much worse than a 3-0 deficit after the first period. And you know what I'm going to do? Just because everyone has been amazing so far, I'm going to give away 5 gifted memberships, right? 5 gifted memberships. How does that sound? Can I give away memberships right now? Is it going to let me? Memberships? Yes, I can. All right, I'm going to give 5 memberships. I'm giving back to the community. I promised some memberships here because it's a Saturday. We're having fun. Oilers and Leafs. And giving back to the community who always gives back to me. You all allow me to do what I do every single day. So thank you so much. Here come 5 gifted members. Actually, you know what? We're going to do 10. We're going to do 10 gifted memberships. We're going to do 5 now and then 5 in the second intermission. So we're going to give 5 memberships right now. Let's take a look. Let's see who wins the memberships. For those of you who win, obviously, congratulations. All right, we got Ralph Dredd. We've got Shinpy. We've got Zucchini. We've got DJ and C Grump. So congrats on the gifted memberships. I will be doing another 5 gifted in the second intermission, of course. What does a membership give you? Basically, it's just a way to financially support me further. You don't have to. I never ask for them. And sometimes I upload videos and members get to watch the videos before anyone else. Usually pregame reports I will upload the night before of a game. And if you're a member, you usually get access to that before anyone else. That's kind of a perk as well. I am working on other perks behind the scenes. And I'm pretty certain, I could be wrong, but I think you can only win memberships if you're an adult. I think you have to be 18 plus to win a membership. So I think a lot of the people that aren't winning who tune in all the time because you're under 18, I think that's why. Also, yes, you get a name in chat. You get a emblem beside your name. I am working on custom emblems, especially for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 month and so on. The longer your membership, I want to have that noted with a cool symbol. So I'm just a good gambler. That's right, Yan. Lie about your age. All right, questions. What do you got for me? I need to hear from the Oilers community. What's going on? Let me hear from you before the second period starts. What's going on? It's over? Okay. Well, Homelander, he's dooming. Okay. It's over. Oilers second period Kings. Let's get it. All right, let's get it. Nob should just roll all 4 lines, put Draisaitl back on line 2, call it a loss, get healthy in the next 2 days off, regroup. See, we got a realistic take here by Janias. I'm okay with that. Trade Skinner for some hockey tape and go with Calvin. We win more games and he will not be giving up 2-3 goals in the first. Listen, Calvin Pickard is not a starting goalie, not a long-term starting goalie. He's a 32-year-old journeyman goalie who does his job well as a backup, right? As a fan for both teams, I still think there's a chance because the Leafs do leafy things. And you know what? You are absolutely right. The Leafs do lots of leafy things. McDavid needs to wake up. Pickard and net. Yeah, I will be curious to see if they put Pickard and net in the second period. We got him right where we want him. Can't give up. All right. Nomad Gaming says it's over. What's up, Colby? How's it going? Hey, listen, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good as well. Thank you, Sam. I hope you're doing well, too. You are also the best. What's up, Serena? Then we'd get a lateral save for once. Yeah, I don't know why Skinner's so slow on the lateral movement, man. Can I give up now? No. Nobody's given up. I mean, when it comes to the advanced analytics, Ace, Skinner has been better than Pickard, and Pickard usually gets put up against the... well, Skinner's quality of competition is much higher than Calvin Pickard. However, that's not to diminish Calvin Pickard's record or his accomplishments, especially against teams like Minnesota, where he's played very well. Maybe you do ride Calvin Pickard for a couple games and then decide where you want to get your upgrade. I appreciate that, Serena. You're the best. Toronto media calling the game sucks. I don't even listen to them. How hyped are you for Four Nations? I've heard very different opinions so far. I don't know. I'm not excited, but I'm not disinterested, if that makes sense. I'm more or less curious about how the tournament will play. So I'm going to tune into like the first game of the tournament because I want to know how hard the players are going to go. If it feels like teams are really going hard and trying to win, I'll get more excited. If it feels like they're kind of just going through the motions and don't really care and try not to get injured, it's going to be hard for me to get invested. We knew the team has been fighting the flu. Skinner's better than the Leafs goalie. I mean, Joseph Wall's actually had a better year in my opinion. Joseph Wall's been very good this year. He's got a new baby at home, meaning practically no sleep at times. That is true. Stu could be a little tired. Hit the like button, boys. Austin, the only one playing the game and keeping the vibes positive. Hey, thanks for that. Yes, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, even if you're new to the channel and you're not sure about the vibes here. Even if you hate Stuart Skinner and you know I love him, I do have a Stu Skinner card here. I always manifest the Stu energy. I wish I had more hockey cards to open. I should have more cards next week to open, maybe. You know what? We're going to manifest some Connor McDavid energy here. We're going to manifest some Connor McDavid energy as the second period is coming back on. So I am going to switch to the game and get back to the commentary because I am a little bit late here. I didn't end up having the coffee yet. I haven't really got anywhere. All right, let's see what Edmonton can do. Hey, we're keeping the vibes high here, Vinny. Maybe Stu Skinner's a little sleepy with the new baby. It's fine. Not the end of the world, folks. Let's see if the Oilers can just put together a few shifts. See if they can get an early one here. Here's McDavid now on the forecheck, on his backhand. Well, he tried to give it back to Bouchard, who backed out of the zone. 4-on-4 here. Bouchard with the puck. Up the middle, finds Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl with speed, walks into the middle of the ice. Draisaitl on his backhand, plays it back to Kulak, and that goes on. And the Oilers just can't control the puck right now. Like, the amount of puck bobbles is crazy. Here's McDavid trying to come up with it, plays it in front to Bouchard, but nice job by the Leafs defensively, taking that opportunity away. Here's Mitch Marner for Toronto, up the middle of the ice. He's going to drop it to Matthews. Here's Tanev in front, and Tanev tried to pass it, and he couldn't find his man. Nugent Hopkins now up the middle of the ice to Draisaitl. Nice job by Draisaitl. What a pass. Oh, and he tried to find Klingberg. That pass was out of his reach. The Oilers are just, their passing's off, their shooting's off. Here's Corey Perry now along the boards, finds Klingberg. He'll give that to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins back to Klingberg. Klingberg walks the line. Nice pass to Arvidsson across the ice to Nugent Hopkins. And the Oilers are just trying to pass it into the net. Arvidsson now. They keep passing it. Just shoot at someone. Here's Klingberg trying to make a play off of a skate. Klingberg behind the net. Here's Zach Hyman. Spins from a check. He's knocked down. Hyman trying to get up, and Chris Tanev will come up with it. Tanev up the right boards, and here's Nylander. Here's Nylander. Skates it in the Oilers zone. Left circle. Puck off of his skate. He's checked by Nugent Hopkins, but Pacioretty follows up and grabs it. Here's a shot by Benoit, and I don't know who that was on Edmonton, just fell. Zach Hyman had a break, but he just fell. I don't know what's going on. This team is just like 5 steps behind right now. I don't get it. This is brutal. Here come the Leafs. On the backhand, Robertson stopped by Stuart Skinner with 17:47 to play. He did make a save. In fact, he has made 9 saves now. Hi, Mochi. We are being blessed with Mochi, everybody. You want to come up? I need Mochi to come up and give us some good luck here. Edmonton trying to move the puck up. Puck will come to Emberson. Up the left boards. Nobody home. Toronto will send it back to the neutral zone. Domi gives it to Timmins. Back to Domi. Domi up the middle of the ice with speed. Max Domi walks in the Oilers zone. Here's a shot, and that hits the outside of the post. I don't know if Skinner got a piece of that or not, but here's Connor Brown. He'll flip it towards Wall. Wall will throw that over to Riley, and Riley will flip it into the center ice area. Here's Camp into the Oilers zone. Evan Bouchard will pick it up. All right. Mochi has decided to eat some food. Maybe she'll jump up on my lap later. Here's a lead pass for Janmark out of his reach, but he battles against Benoit. Janmark trying to find Jeff Skinner, but he loses the board battle and falls, and Lorentz up the ice, blocked by Bouchard. Toronto dumps the puck back in the Oilers zone. Here's Brett Kulak. Through the neutral zone now. He'll try and get it in deep. He does. He steps by his man. Kulak tries to get a shot off, and that shot is blocked. Jeff Skinner can't get his stick on the puck. Nice job by the Oilers. Here's Kapanen on his backhand. Getting the cycle started for Edmonton. Back to the point. Here's Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. Doesn't make it there. Jeff Skinner trying to come up with it. Oh, and Skinner's being all hooked up. And there's going to be a power play for Edmonton early. Penalty against Toronto. It's a hooking call. Let's see if they can get a power play goal. If they can get an early power play goal here, we'll see what happens. Comeback starts now, folks. The comeback starts now. Let's get it down. We have Mochi eating some food. We have Mochi in the room for good luck. Edmonton's going to score on this power play. Let's book it. Off the face-off. Puck comes out in front. Hyman just out of the reach of him. Hyman back to Bouchard. Across to Nugent Hopkins. Top of the left circle. Gives it back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. Right circle. Goes down low. Plays it back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard to Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. Oilers haven't got a shot off yet. Here's a play in front, and Nugent Hopkins can't put it in. Puck comes to Draisaitl. Here's McDavid. Oh, and he tried to find Draisaitl for a one-timer. Nice job by Matthews to deflect that away. McDavid to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. Left circle into the slot for Nugent Hopkins. Here's McDavid now. Back down low. Trying to center to Hyman in front, and stopped by Joseph Wall. Here's Bouchard to Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins shoots, and that's stopped by Joseph Wall. And one of those games, Joseph Wall making the big saves here. Fewest players with a power play goal. The Oilers have only had 5 players score a power play goal this year. That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. That's terrible. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if there's a clock issue or what they're waiting for. 15:11 to play. 1:07 left in the power play for Edmonton. And they're going to redo that faceoff. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Here's a shot, and that's stopped by Wall from the point. Draisaitl, he'll hang on to it. Back to Bouchard. He'll play it across to Connor McDavid. McDavid, behind the Leafs net, walks around, comes out in front. McDavid still on his forehand. Draisaitl one-timer, and that was fanned. And that was a high stick by the Leafs, and the faceoff will remain in the Toronto zone. Draisaitl will take the face-off with 14:49 to play. Puck comes to Bouchard, leaves it for McDavid. McDavid walks in, tried to play it across again, just shoot at McDavid. Here's McDavid now, across the ice, Draisaitl! And he fans on the one-timer, and the Oilers continue to just struggle at the most basic of plays. And here's Nyes, walks in shorthanded, but he's cut off nicely by the Oilers. Here's McDavid now with speed. He'll skate it into the Leaf zone. McDavid shoots, and that's stopped by Wall. Just got enough of that one. And the Leafs will send that down the ice. Puck comes to Skinner. Darnell Nurse. He'll skate it up slowly. Here's Nurse. He'll dump it in deep. The Oilers had 5 shots on the power play. Joseph Wall coming up solid. Here's Corey Perry behind his net. He'll center it. Shot! Goes wide. Rebound in front. Oh, and Jeff Skinner couldn't put that in. And here's Skinner now. Jeff Skinner. Holds onto it, spins away from a check, gives it to Corey Perry down low. Perry reverses, tried to find Jeff Skinner, and Morgan Riley picks it up. Skinner trying to bring it out in front, but the Leafs, they'll get possession. Nice job by the Oilers, though. They continue to put the pressure on. Timmins, he'll just flip it to the neutral zone. Holmberg trying to pick it up, and that's going to be offside on the Leafs, as we will have a commercial break here. This is enough for me. Have a good night, Nomad. You're not gonna win every game, right? Not gonna win every game. The Oilers, they are 3rd in the NHL standings. This is a tough one. You would have hoped for a better start. You would have hoped for some saves earlier. If the Oilers were struggling at winning hockey games, I would be more upset. But where and when do you think the next expansion team comes? I mean, I think we already know Atlanta's getting a 3rd chance for some reason, and probably Houston. I will eat a shoe and get a tattoo on my head if the Oilers win this game. Nah, I can't do that one. Do I come to Edmonton often? I go to Edmonton every now and then. Not super, super often. Exactly. Like, do I want to win this game? Yeah. Obviously. I hate losing. I hate watching the team lose. I hate watching them lose games like this where, like, if this was a game against, I don't know. If this was a game against, I can't even think of anyone specific. I just find that, like, the Leafs bring out a little bit more emotion in fans on both sides. So you just want to beat them so bad. But Toronto is 7-2-1 against Edmonton in their last 10 games. I mean, I don't take any fan seriously if they want Bouchard traded. No offense. You're allowed to have that opinion, and I will let you have that opinion, but I will never agree with that opinion. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. I think that is just a terrible, terrible opinion. Here's Toronto. On the forecheck. Puck not up the ice. Stetcher being pressured by Nylander. Here's Brett Kulak now. He'll throw it up the right wing. Stetcher will dump it deep into the Leaf zone. Wall out of his net on his backhand. Kapanen on the forecheck. Can't cut off the pass. Oh, and Toronto almost had a 2-on-1 there. Stetcher across to Kulak. Kulak now will skate it in front of his net off the boards. Jeff Skinner can't deflect it in deep, and here comes William Nylander. Nylander spins away from a check. Reverses again on Kapanen. Nylander shoots, and that puck goes high and out of play. Yeah, exactly for you. Absolutely not, Thunder. Also, no name calling. I will give one warning, no name calling. Here's a play to the point. Tanev, his pass to Marner, and Marner will put it in deep to Matthews. Matthews spins away from Nugent-Hopkins. Matthews behind the Oilers net. Nugent-Hopkins is hit hard by Matthews. Bouchard trying to get the puck up the ice. Bouchard along the ice, can't make a play. Nyes comes up with it. Here's Tanev now. He'll play it back to Marner. Marner in front. It's tipped in front. Matthews can't get a shot off, and he's taken down, and the Oilers will skate it up the ice. Here comes Nugent-Hopkins. He'll play that to Arvidsson. Arvidsson shoots. That goes wide. Rebound. Hyman comes up with it. In the right corner. Behind the Leafs net. The Oilers are making a change. Nobody to do forecheck. Here's Morgan Riley now. Up the ice. Cut off by Klingberg. Klingberg up the right side. He'll find Corey Perry. Finds Leon Draisaitl on his... Oh, and Draisaitl's kind of hooked up there. And there's not going to be a call. I don't know what that was all about. Oh, and Kulak is going to get beat by McMahon. And Skinner has to make an easy save there. Here's Draisaitl to McDavid. Puck stopped up by the Leafs once again. Draisaitl waiting for a reset. Here's Corey Perry for Edmonton. He'll play it across the ice, nobody home, and that deflects out of the Leaf zone. Corey Perry dumps it in deep. Puck comes to Draisaitl. Draisaitl on his forehand, trying to make a play. He's all tied up. Corey Perry being held by Benoit. McDavid, he's checked off the puck, and here come the Leafs. Here comes Jason Robertson. Or not Jason Robertson. It's not Jason Robertson, is it? I feel like that's a Dallas Star. Here's Camp. He'll play it back to Timmins. Across the ice to Riley. Down low. Here's Lorentz. Nick Robertson. Thank you. Oh, my God. I knew it was Nick, but for some reason I was thinking Jason. Toronto trying to work the forecheck in the Oilers zone. McDavid comes up with it. Finds Nugent-Hopkins, and here's Connor Brown. Connor Brown skates after it. But the Leafs come up with it with 10:20 to play. Oh, and bit of a giveaway here. 2-on-1 for the Oilers. Here's Connor Brown across. Comes to Bud Cole's in. Oh, and he's stopped by Wall. I don't know why Brown tried to pass that. And Wall's going to hang on to this. Oh, man. Connor Brown tried to make a pass. He should have just shot that on the 2-on-1, bro. No, we still can't. So we're gonna get shut out this game. Like at this point, the way Joseph Wall's playing, he is locked in. Connor Brown came in on the 2-on-1. Nice defensive play by Timmins. And then Podkolzin got the rebound, but Wall was able to make the save. Yeah, Brown needed to shoot that. Brown off the face-off towards the goal. Comes out in front. Puck loose, but William Nylander clears it. Here comes Nylander. Man, he's fast. William Nylander stops up, backhands it towards the Oilers goal, and that's stopped by Skinner. Oilers clear down the ice. Not icing, though. Here's Chris Tanev for the Leafs. He'll shoot it down the ice. Ty Emberson hit hard. Darnell Nurse will come up with it. Oh, and Darnell Nurse loses it to Tavares. Nylander in the slot. Backhander, that's stopped by Skinner. Rebound, Tavares looking for it. It's still loose. It's a fire sale in front of Stuart Skinner after the giveaway by Darnell Nurse in Toronto with possession and chances. Here's Nylander. He'll give that to John Tavares. Tavares waits for reinforcements across to Timmins, and here come the Oilers. Kapanen will give it to Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner walks in. Around the net, tries to cycle it in front, Skinner! Oh, what a save by Wall! What is happening? Why can't the Oilers just why can't they score? What a save by Joseph Wall on Jeff Skinner. Here's Kapanen now, walks into the slot. Puck comes to the blue line, and Bouchard can't keep it in. Bouchard, nice play to get it back to Kapanen. Oilers walk it back in. Here's Kasperi Kapanen. Drops it for Bouchard. Shoots it. And that's stopped by Wall once again off the blocker. Arvidsson on his forehand to Bouchard. He'll find Brett Kulak. To Bouchard. Bomb! And he scores! Evan Bouchard with the bomb makes it 3-1. The Oilers finally get 1 goal. Oh my God. What a shift by the Oilers. And for some reason, Joseph Woll is he's a god right now. But the Oilers have finally broken through. Evan Bouchard with the bomb. Oh my God, what a save by Woll on Skinner earlier. The Oilers kept the play alive. Kulak gave it to Bouchard. He winds up. Huge bomb. Screen in front. Beats Woll over the blocker. And it's a 3-1 game. The Oilers are back in this. Let's see if they can keep pushing a bit. They've had some looks, but they got to keep pushing. Puck is dumped in the Oilers zone. Here's Kulak to Darnell Nurse. He can't move the puck up. Tanev comes in for Toronto, but the Oilers with possession. Oh, and puck comes to Stuart Skinner, and he's forced to hang on. And we're going to have a commercial break. All right, 3-1 lead for Toronto. The Oilers have found I don't know. The Oilers have found a way to claw a little bit back in this game. I'm 3 days behind the live play. I mean, that's just the Sportsnet app, right? Like why do I have fiber optic internet if the Sportsnet app is just going to keep me 5 minutes behind real time? Crazy game, though. Crazy chances. Joseph Woll making some just crazy saves. Like, that one was for spec. Yeah, exactly. Bouchard, is he back? Well, that's what the streets are saying. Bouchard might be back, folks. Can I clip the game clock differently so we can always see it? You should be able to see the game clock. The only time you won't see it is like on power plays. But I can't adjust it enough. The way I have my layout, if I tried to like stretch it further, there would be like, I don't know how to explain it, but I can't have the time up when there's a power play. I think we've been playing tough-ish tonight. There's been some hits by the Oilers tonight, Ahmed. Bouchard scoring the most important goals, but never scoring otherwise is hilarious, right? Ekholm can save this game. Unfortunately, Ekholm is down and out, not even in the lineup. He hasn't scored a hattie yet. Yeah, exactly. 8:15 to play in the second period. Here's a faceoff in the Oilers zone. Toronto comes up with it. Tanev will cycle it down low. Darnell Nurse, he'll play it up to Hyman. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with possession. Hyman does, though. Hyman will skate up the ice. Here comes Zach Hyman. He's being back pressured by Riley. And the puck will come to the neutral zone. Nyes turns against Nurse. Hit by Nurse. And here's Matthews. He'll play it across to Tanev. Tanev around the boards, kept in by Toronto. Shot towards the net, doesn't make it. Nice job by Klingberg. Gets a stick on the pass attempt. Breaks up the cycle. Oh, and John Klingberg's being kind of tied up there, but they're not going to make a call. And here comes Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson skates up on the left side. Arvidsson behind the Leafs net. On his backhand. Here's Arvidsson. Stops up. Looks to drop it. Arvidsson's knocked down. McDavid can't come up with it. Nice job by Bush and Arvidsson towards the goal. That's stopped by Woll. Here's McDavid now. On the forecheck. Behind the net. Marner in front of his crease. And Tavares will just clear. Here's Bouchard. He'll find Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl skates through a few checks. And here's Draisaitl. Across. Here's Kulak. Oh, and that shot goes way high and wide. Evan Bouchard will keep that puck in the Leaf zone. Here's Bouchard. Shoots. Goes just wide. Here's McDavid now. Back to Kulak. Across to Bouchard. Bouchard with another bomb. And it hits Perry in front. Didn't make it. And the Leafs with the stretch pass can't find Nylander. That's going to be icing on Toronto. That's true for you. That's true. Corey Perry. Oh, man. Perry had a pick play on Max Pacioretty. That's crazy. That's crazy that Corey Perry wasn't called for the pick play there on Max Pacioretty, who went off a little slowly. The Oilers are going to have an offensive zone draw. The hits are 13-4 in favor of the Oilers. The Leafs have thrown 4 hits this game, apparently. I don't know who's tracking the hits, but Draisaitl will take the face-off. Jeff Skinner is out there with Skinner and McDavid. Leafs win the face-off. Puck comes up the ice. Benoit into the neutral zone. They'll shoot it down the ice. Jeff Skinner gets a chance with McDavid and Draisaitl. Let's see what they got. Evan Bouchard up the right wing. He finds Draisaitl. Draisaitl walks in on his backhand, tries to get it to Skinner. He'll play it back to the point. Here's Bouchard across to Draisaitl. Back to Kulak. Kulak to Draisaitl. Oilers continue to cycle. Draisaitl walks in, finds McDavid behind the net, tries to center it, and Kulak will get it to Bouchard. Bouchard can't get it deep into the Leaf zone, though, and Toronto will get it clear. They have some numbers as well. Here come the Leafs with a shot, and that goes high and out of play. Deflected high and out of play. 5:55 left in the second. If the Oilers can get one more before the end of the period, you never know. You never know what can happen. Knoblauch being generous. It would have been nice if they could have connected for a goal. Players standing around either screening their own net or letting Leafs get rebounds galore without repercussions. That's true, Simple. That is true. I agree, Justin. But at least Jeff did get a look. Jeff Skinner's had a good game once again. I mean, he was absolutely robbed earlier by Joseph Woll before Bouchard finally put a puck past him. This has been like an exciting game to watch. Like the crowd energy's high. If the Oilers can find a way to just keep chipping away one shift at a time, that's all they got to do. Just one shift at a time, folks. Getting scratched the next one? No way. No way Knoblauch's going to scratch Jeff after a game like this. I mean, yes and no. For you, I kind of agree. Like the Jets obviously defensively were pretty poor, but Hellebuck also gave up a lot of questionable goals. 5:55 to play in the second period. There's a defensive zone draw in the Oilers zone. Adam Henrique's going to take it. Henrique loses the faceoff. Nice job by Nurse to poke it up, and Henrique will come up with it. He'll play it across to Connor Brown. Brown chips, chases. Vasily Podkolzin in on the forecheck. He throws a hit. Edmonton can't come up with it. Puck bobbles around into the neutral zone, and Emberson can't get it in deep. Here's a shot by Robertson, deflects wide, and Connor Brown will skate it out of his zone. He's trying to kick it forward. Brown still tied up. He'll send it in deep. Adam Henrique after the puck. Podkolzin throws a hit, can't come up with possession. Edmonton, well, they're doing a good job of preventing Toronto from establishing a forecheck. Here's Stetcher now across to Emberson. Nugent-Hopkins can't pick up that pass at center. Toronto on the transition. Nyes dumps it in deep. Here's Emberson. Rims it around the boards. Arvidsson takes a hit. Puck in the neutral zone. Austin Matthews will skate it into the Oilers' end. But Edmonton will cut him off. Here's Arvidsson now. He'll play it to Emberson. Up the boards. And here comes Victor Arvidsson with speed. Arvidsson, 2-on-1. Shoots! And that's stopped by Woll. He had Nugent-Hopkins. He had Nugent Hopkins on a partial 2-on-1, but Arvidsson chose to shoot it, which is fine with me. They get an offensive zone draw. So let's see who is out there with the offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. Likely the big boys. Hyman's looking a little in pain on the bench. All right, Corey. Is that Corey? Yeah, Corey Perry's back with the top line here. Here's Nylander stripped by McDavid. McDavid tried to find Perry. Toronto will send it to the neutral zone. Darnell Nurse along the boards. McDavid can't pass it to Draisaitl. And Toronto will send it in. Here's Pacioretty against Klingberg. Tavares on the forecheck against Nurse. Nurse loses the puck, comes around to Riley on the far left half wall. Here's Riley behind the Oilers' goal. He centers out in front, and Matthews off the bench plays it to Pacioretty. Toronto cycling against the Oilers' top line. Here's Austin Matthews. Swoops it in front, and that's stopped by Skinner. Here's another chance, and Matthews missed the one-timer. And the puck rolls into the Leaf zone. McDavid will chase after it. Timmins up the boards, and here comes Matthews. He'll play it to Nyes. Nyes towards the goal, and that's stopped by Stuart Skinner, and he'll hang on to that one with an easy save. Welcome back, Sam. Unboxed a massage gun. Hey, there you go. Here's a defensive zone draw for Edmonton. Leafs win it. McCabe plays it across. Here's a shot towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Adam Henrique tries to play the puck up, and Henrique was tripped up, but there's no call. Here's Brett Kulak for the Oilers. Up the left side, Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner's hit hard into the boards. Henrique trying to come up with it, and here's Marner now to Nyes. Nyes shoots it deep into the corner. Here's Bouchard. Tried to reverse to Kulak, just out of his reach, but Matthias Janmark will come up with it for Edmonton. Janmark back to Bouchard. 3 minutes left in the second. Here's Bouchard. Up the left side to Nugent Hopkins. Ryan Nugent Hopkins dumps the puck in around the boards. Kept in by the Oilers, but Toronto will get the breakout. Stetcher cuts it off in the neutral zone. Victor Arvidsson skates it into the Leaf zone. He's checked off the puck. Puck up the half wall, and Camp will just shoot that down the ice. And that's going to be icing on Toronto with 2:26 to play. I don't know. There's a lot of falling happening on the ice right now. Much as I love the Oilers, Crosby has more experience and he's nearing the end of his career. Yeah, no, that makes sense that Crosby's the captain for Team Canada. McDavid will be captain at the Olympics if they let the players go to the Olympics. Here's Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman reunited with the offensive zone faceoff. Puck off the draw comes to Nurse. Nurse to Klingberg. Here's a play to Nurse. Nurse towards the goal. And that goes way wide of the net and down the ice. Darnell, I don't know what that decision was by Nurse, but that was weird. Nurse could have walked in, but... All right, here's John Klingberg for Edmonton. He is skating it into the Leaf zone. John Klingberg around the boards. McDavid can't come up with it. Draisaitl looking to block the pass out, but he can't do that. Here's Hyman. He loses his stick, kicks it back to Nurse. Nurse being hounded by Pacioretty. Here's Klingberg. Oh, Klingberg takes a hard hit. Here's McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl shoots! Stopped by Wall. Here's Nurse now. Back to McDavid. Or Draisaitl, sorry. Across to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard down low to McDavid. McDavid tries to chip it ahead to himself. Throws a hit. Comes up with it. Nice centering pass to Draisaitl with a shot. And that's stopped again by Wall. The Leafs in a bit of duress here. Zach Hyman for Edmonton reverses it back to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he'll play it to Kulak towards the goal. That deflects wide. Puck comes to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard now. He'll find Connor McDavid. McDavid skates it in to Draisaitl. Off his backhand. Draisaitl can't make a play. And Toronto trying to get it out, and they will get it. Not deep, though. Oilers will make a change, but Toronto can't get a change here. Here's Bouchard. He'll find Kapanen. Kapanen walks it in the Leaf zone. Kapanen to Kulak with a shot, and that deflects. And that's stopped by Wall again. Here's Kapanen for Edmonton. He'll play it back to Arvidsson. Arvidsson across the ice to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge. Here's Kapanen. Arvidsson. It's loose in front. And there's just too much passing right now by the Oilers. And that's icing by Toronto. The chances that they're getting. But they're also passing too much. I don't understand why they just won't rip it. What a save by Wall on Draisaitl earlier. But the Oilers with tons of chances. Kulak with a shot. Puck deflected and Wall made a save on him. 29 seconds to play in the period. Shots are 31-17 in favor of Edmonton. Here's Nugent Hopkins off the faceoff. He can't come up with it, but he'll chase after it with Arvidsson. Corey Perry against Tavares. Behind the net, Edmonton. And the puck is sent down the ice by the Leafs again, and they once again cannot get a change with 18 seconds left. This is crazy. So the Oilers will get their top line out again. 18 seconds left. Win the faceoff, set something up. Draisaitl wins it. Back to Kulak. Here's Kulak for the Oilers. He'll give it to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. 10 seconds left. McDavid. Here's Evan Bouchard. Shoots in. That's stopped by Joseph Wall. Puck comes back to Bouchard. To McDavid. Here's Bouchard. Can't get a puck towards the net. Oh, and someone was thrown down in front of the net. It looked like Corey Perry went down. Or Bouchard. Robertson and Bouchard kind of going at it now, too. Some rough stuff after the period. Yikes. The amount of chances that the Oilers had here, I am curious to know what the advanced stats are going to say after that period, because it does seem like the Oilers had a lot of really good looks. Cursed puck luck. Yeah, they do really need some finishing. Like, my day's going good, Sam. I hope your day is going well. Cannot let in a fourth goal if they want to come back. I agree. All right, I'm going to take another 5-minute break, and then we'll come back. We'll go through the advanced stats. We'll talk about the period. We'll see if the Oilers have a miraculous comeback for the third. Mr. Austin, welcome to my world. JT Miller to my club, and wowza, enough said. Couldn't have said it better myself, Random Aussie. Make sure to hit that like button, folks. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, if you're enjoying it. Smash the like button, goes a long way in supporting me. I'm going to be giving away 5 gifted memberships when I come back. So 5-minute break, I'll come back. We'll do 5 gifted memberships, and then we'll talk about what the Oilers can do to maybe come back here in the third period. So I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Boy, okay. I'm back. How are we doing? How are we doing? So I saw something interesting in the intermission there. Saw something interesting that I want to show everybody. The Oilers. This is from Phil Landry at Elks Herd on X or Twitter.com. The Oilers have 79 shots on goal in the last 5 periods, but only 3 goals. Now, it is easy to blame the goaltending, and yes, getting down early in games sucks, and coming from behind very often is not sustainable. But this offense is due, and this offense needs finishing. Like, where is the finishing talent here? 3 goals on 79 shots. Either the Oilers are about to explode offensively in the third period, or they're going to explode offensively in a different game. But right now, 79 shots, only 3 goals the last 5 periods. They need some finishers. They need some goals. They need some goals. What's going on, Nick? What if Stu lets in 12 more goals? I mean, well, then we're shit out of luck. Quality of his shots has been pretty low, unfortunately. Well, against Detroit, they were high. Against Toronto, lots of shots. It's kind of a split down the middle. The Oilers did get better looks, a few looks in the crease area. The expected goals in all situations, Toronto actually still leads 2.54 to 2.48 in all situations, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought the Oilers had some really good looks in that second period. That save by Joseph Woll on Jeff Skinner, man. Whoa. What was that considered? Was this Jeff Skinner? 23% chance of scoring, the save that Woll made on Jeff Skinner. To me, that's 50 or 60% chance of a goal, just considering how high quality it was and the save that Joseph Woll had to make. And if you look at expected goals in all situations, Troy Stecher rocking a 0% expected goals for percentage. Let's go, boys. How much has he even been on the ice, though? That's the thing. Joseph Woll, 1.48 goals saved above expected. Stu Skinner is at negative 0.46 goals saved above expected. If we look at the time on ice allocation here, you got Vasily Podkolzin, a team low 452. 452 for Podkolzin. That's crazy to me. Get the champagne for my boy with the goose. Woll stepped up in Stolarz' absence. Yeah, no, I mean, Joseph Woll and Anthony Stolarz all season for Toronto have been great. And I talked about that before the game even started. Their goaltending, and I see a lot of Oilers fans. They're like, well, the Oilers don't spend a lot on goaltending, so you get what you spend. I think Toronto spends the least amount on their 2 goalies. I think between Joseph Woll and Anthony Stolarz, they're paying them $2 million. And they're getting some of the best goaltending in the entire NHL. So that's not an excuse, in my opinion, for the Oilers. Connor McDavid leads the team in ice time. Bouchard next up. Draisaitl, Nurse. I think Nurse has had a good game, personally. But Evan Bouchard's goal, we'll take a look at it on the visualizer. The Oilers were just pouring on the pressure here before the goal ended up going in. Arvidsson gave it to Bouch, to Kulak. Kulak gave it back to Bouchard, and he just winds up and just rips one past Joseph Woll. Big clapper. Big clapper. All right, now I did promise 5 more gifted memberships. Folks. So we're going to gift 5 more memberships as long as you smash the like button on the live stream. I need everyone to hit like, and I need everyone to hit subscribe. And as soon as you do that, also spam oil barrels in the chat. I need everyone to spam some oil barrels. And then I will do the 5 gifted. Get those oil barrels going. If there even is an oil barrel emoji. I don't know if there is. There they are. There's some oil barrels from Yan. We're manifesting a comeback here. Manifesting the comeback. Let's go. Here's the 5 gifted memberships. Who do we got getting gifted memberships? Lola was gifted a membership. Zach gifted a membership. Exisum, Thomas, and Sabrina. Congrats on the gifted memberships. And also, always thank you for your support. What's going on, Elizabeth? Good to see you again. Vancouver's trying to build a team of 100% Pedersons. Buy Canadian products to reduce tariff impact. All right, dog. Don't spoil. Like, we're hockey only here. Don't spam that. Right? No politics here, dog. I'm giving you one warning. Don't spam anymore, or I will time you out. Oh, out-of-town scoreboard. Yeah, I can look at the out-of-town scoreboard for everyone. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You got the Senators up 3-0 on the Minnesota Wild. Islanders and Lightning tied at 1. Penguins up 2-0 on the Preds. Goal from Crosby and Tomasino. You got the Capitals down 3-2 to the Jets. Kings up 3-1 over the Hurricanes, but it sounds like Carolina. It sounds like the entire team in Carolina also has a crazy amount of players that are sick, just like Edmonton. So no excuse, though. 6 for your 6th cup. I hope so, SS. I hope so. Sid, the not-so-kid, scoring for my fantasy team. Let's go. Toronto's up 3-1 against Edmonton. Florida beat Chicago earlier 5-1. Boston beat the Rangers 6-3. Flames and Red Wings are the late game tonight. So there's your out-of-town scoreboard. Itchy eyes. Oh, my God. I still got, like, just a raging headache, so going to try and keep the energy level high here in the third period, but I can feel my body getting a little worn out. I need the Oilers to keep that adrenaline going. Miller had 2 of the Rangers, 3 goals exactly. What is being thrown on the ice in the third? What do you mean? Oh, I guess we had an octopus was thrown on the ice against Detroit. We had a plate of nachos thrown on the ice against Washington. Who's crying and making excuses? Skittles are now. That'd be dangerous. I would love to see. What do I want to see thrown? I mean, I actually don't want to see anything thrown on the ice. What would be funny to see thrown on the ice? Like, what would objectively be funny to see be thrown onto the ice? I hope not, Erica. If anyone tunes in, if anyone goes to games live, don't ever throw anything on the ice. A child, I don't think that would be funny. I think that would be scary. That would actually be horrifying. I would feel very bad. A pound of feathers. Like pulled pork? Like a pulled pork poutine? Imagine that just coming straight down, just squishing all over the ice. Yo, Nick, welcome to the locker room. Thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Super appreciate that, Nick. Appreciate that. Yes, it is a good luck charm for the Red Wings. And they ended up winning. $50 slice of pizza 73. Third period's about to start. 50-50 jackpots at $1.3 million. I don't gamble, though. Does the TV work behind you? It does. And I actually have my Nintendo Entertainment System hooked up to it and a Nintendo 64. And I do use it from time to time. What's up, Stephanie? Hi from Darwell. Love your show. I love you even more, Stephanie. Thank you so much for tuning in. If the Oilers can get a goal within the first 10 minutes here, I like their chances of coming back. They got to get a quick start. They got to get a quick goal. Zelda 2. No, that's a great game. Shell streams win. Keep an eye out. You keep an eye out. I just set up the live streams for the gaming channel. So I do have a gaming channel, Austin Hockey XP. Link is in the description of the stream. Keep an eye out for NHL content on there, like NHL 25 content. Wish I could time it right for your live commentary. It's all good, Nick. No worries. How was my break? It was great, Sam. It was great. All right. Puck is dropped on the third period. Oilers trying to get in on the forecheck quickly, but the Leafs will get the clear. Here's Nyes. He'll give it to Matthews. Drops it to Marner. Marner walks in to the net, and he scores! Mitch Marner, an early one for the Leafs, and it's 4-1. And that stinks if you're the Oilers. We are absolutely cooked. I do play tape to tape, actually. I think that's a fun game. All right. Matthews gave it to Matthews, and Marner walked in, and where's the defensive coverage? Where is the defensive coverage? Like, where is everybody? But again, you need Skinner to make a save there. All right, so 4-1 game, and the Oilers just, I don't know, man. You're down by 2, you want a good start, and you give up a goal at the start of the period. That likely does it here tonight in Oil Country. I don't know if the Oilers are going to come back from a 3-goal deficit in the third. Here's Nurse. He spins it back to Klingberg. Klingberg up the right boards, off the glass, down the ice. That's going to be icing. And the Oilers are just stinky off the rip here. Why bother watching? Because I'm a fan, and I watch every game, win or lose. It's a long season, folks. It looks like Skinner made the first save, and then the puck bounced back and hit Marner in the leg and then went through Skinner's 5-hole. What's up, Serena? Why bother not watching is the question exactly. I always watch. If I watched every game during the Decade of Darkness. You think a 4-1 game against Toronto in the year 2025 on February 1st is going to affect my life negatively? Nah, we're chilling. Ice cream. Very nice. I'm jealous. I wish I had some ice cream right now. Is McDavid off the faceoff, loses it, but Corey Perry comes up with it. Here's Perry, tries to make a pass, and he gives it away. Here's McMahon for Toronto, and Corey Perry, he'll give it to Darnell Nurse. Nurse finds Draisaitl, one touch to Perry. Perry will walk in, plays it across. Oh, Draisaitl with a shot, and that's stopped by Wall. Here's McDavid now to Darnell Nurse. Leon Draisaitl on his backhand. Back to his forehand to Nurse. In the slot, shoots, and that's deflected in front. Connor McDavid now, back to the blue line. Here's Nurse. Tried to get it to Draisaitl in the high slot, but that's cut off by the Leafs. Domi will skate it out. High flip down the ice for the Leafs. Skinner leaves it behind his net for Klingberg. Here's Kapanen. He reverses the puck behind the net, trying to come up with it. He gets it to Jeff Skinner. Skinner to Henrique, who fell all from nothing. Adam Henrique hit a bit of a banana peel or something. Puck kept in by the Oilers. Adam Henrique will keep the cycle alive for Edmonton. Here's Skinner. He's hooked, tied up. Still has the... I mean, Skinner's being hooked like crazy, and there's no call. Like, Jeff Skinner had a stick in his arm for 10 seconds, and here's Nylander for the Leafs. He's going to walk into the Oilers zone behind the Oilers net, and here's Troy Stetcher. Off the boards, he'll get it to the neutral zone and out. Here's Riley for Toronto to Austin Matthews. He'll walk it in. Can't find his pass. Connor Brown knocks Matthews down. Nyes against Connor Brown. Loses the puck. Janmark can't come up with it and comes back to center for Morgan Riley. Up the ice, Nyes. Cut off once again by Connor Brown. Brown into the neutral zone. And Janmark trying to get through the neutral zone. Or Podkolzin was trying to get through the neutral zone, but that was cut off by Marner. Here's a play deep into the Oilers zone. Deflected in. Skinner's going to leave that for Evan Bouchard. Evan Bouchard with the puck. He'll look for an outlet. Skates it up into the middle of the ice. High flip into the right corner. Zach Hyman chases after it, but Nugent Hopkins pressures Camp now. Zach Hyman and Nugent Hopkins trying to get the puck. Comes to the blue line and out for the Leafs. Evan Bouchard will find Brett Kulak. Kulak will give it to Bouchard. Back to Kulak as the Oilers look to reset here. Kulak spins away from a check, and he'll throw a pass up the middle, finds Nugent Hopkins to Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson drops it to Brett Kulak. Shoots it towards Wall, and that's an easy save for Joseph Wall. I mean, yeah, the Leafs fans are going to do that. It's like playoff chants, right? Playoff fans, they'll chant the goalie's name. I'm not surprised that Leafs fans are doing that. Skate sharpener guys sabotaging. I don't know why so many players are falling. Here's an offensive zone draw. Oilers lose it. McDavid chases after it. Here's Perry. Oh, man, McDavid stole the puck off of a giveaway by the Leafs and then just threw it into the middle of the ice to nobody. Connor McDavid has had a dog water game. He's going to skate it into the Leaf zone. He puts the puck in deep, cut off by Tanev. Tanev, Draisaitl, picks that off. Draisaitl around the boards. Here's Connor McDavid, gets it back to Klingberg. Klingberg towards the net, looking for a deflection. Draisaitl with a shot goes wide, and that's going to leave the Leaf zone. That shot went way wide and out. Here's Klingberg. He'll play it to Nurse. Darnell Nurse for Edmonton. He'll give it to Klingberg. Stick handles. Klingberg doesn't pass to anybody. Being pressured. Up the middle. Finds Connor McDavid now. To Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl. He blocks the puck against Matthews, but the Leafs come up with it. Marner up the middle. Taken by Stetcher. Back to Emberson, and he'll give it to Kapanen. Kapanen plays it back to Stetcher. Stetcher up the right wing. That's shot in deep by the Oilers. Henrique will chase after it. The Leafs with a clean zone exit, though. Here's Marner at center. Stick handles. Gets by Stetcher. Marner, he's hit hard by Emberson and Henrique. Puck is put around the boards. Kasperi Kapanen can't come up with clean possession. Here's Kapanen now. He'll skate it to Emberson, and Emberson will dump it into the Leaf zone. Lots of dump and chasing for the Oilers. Jeff Skinner trying to make a play. He's cut off. Kapanen also in on the forecheck for the Oilers. Jeff Skinner can't get a shot off. Puck is by Kapanen's feet. He had no idea. Kapanen, though, does keep the cycle alive. Jeff Skinner leaves it behind the Leaf net, but Domi comes up with it. Here's Jeff Skinner now for the Oilers with a shot, and that's stopped by Joseph Wall. Low danger shot. The Oilers have had no high danger looks so far in this third. Was that like the first game of the year, the home opener, 6-0 or something? I don't know what Jeff Skinner's all heated about with McCabe, but the ref's telling him to get on out of there. 6-1 of the Blue Jackets was a bad one, too. Here's an offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Edmonton trying to come up with it. They're battling. Puck comes to the point, and Brett Kulak wasn't there. Hyman was looking for Kulak, and now Kulak's going to be chased back into his own zone. Kulak to Bouchard. Bouchard up the middle of the ice. Edmonton comes up with it. Nugent-Hopkins will find Zach Hyman. Hyman walks in, shoots, scores! Zach Hyman makes it a 2-goal game! And the Oilers have some life. The Oilers have some life here. 13:56 to play. Let's go. You never know. You never know. Nice outlet by Nugent-Hopkins. Gave it to Hyman. Hyman walks in on the left, spins into the middle, and then he beats Wall through the blocker, it looks like. I'm not sure how that went through Joseph Wall. Hyman stepped up, walked in, ripped it, and yeah, that went in, and it's a 2-goal game. Let's see what the Oilers are made of. Will the big guns be able to get anything going? Draisaitl and McDavid have not looked good tonight. And the trainer's talking to Zach Hyman right now. Not sure what's going on there. Here's Podkolzin for the Oilers. Podkolzin. Oh, he tried to throw it up the boards. Knocked down by Nyes. Nyes blocked by Bouchard. Bouchard can't get it by Matthews. Podkolzin up the ice into the neutral zone. Here's Nylander for Toronto. Plays it back to Tanev. Here's Nylander. Bouchard cuts off the pass by Toronto. Here comes Bouchard now. Flips in for Matthias Janmark. Janmark behind the Leafs net. Trying to get a cycle going. Plays it to the point. Here's a shot, and Bouchard just missed the net. Here's Janmark. Cycles around the boards. Podkolzin can't come up with it. Here come the Leafs. Oh, and there's a big hit thrown by Janmark. Evan Bouchard trying to come up with it against Nylander. Here's Podkolzin now. He's going to get by McCabe. Podkolzin walks in, and that's stopped by Joseph Wall. Corey Perry behind the Leafs net. Connor McDavid with some speed. Here's a shot by Nurse, and that goes way high and wide. John Klingberg centers it out in front, nobody home. Darnell Nurse with the puck. On his forehand, gives it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to McDavid. He's checked by Matthews. Good pressure by the Oilers. Unable to get anything else, though. Here's McCabe. He'll shoot it down the ice, and that's going to be not icing. Nurse around the boards, misses Klingberg. Draisaitl comes up with it. He'll play it across to Connor McDavid. McDavid spins, off a check, finds Nurse with a shot. That doesn't make it to the goal. And Toronto will just send that back to the neutral zone. Here's Klingberg for Edmonton. Gives the puck to Darnell Nurse. Nurse to McDavid. McDavid walks in. He tries to backhand it into the slot area. Toronto can't get it out. Here's Klingberg. Back to Bouchard. Finds McDavid. McDavid walks in behind the net. He gives it to Corey Perry. To the point to Bouchard. Towards the goal. Just misses. Here's a chance by McDavid. And he tried to bank it off of Wall. And that's stopped by Wall. Nice try by McDavid. Good shift by the top line there for the Oilers. Well, we got a game at least. The Oilers aren't quitting, you know. I'll give them credit here. There's a flu bug going around that locker room. Matthias Ekholm was a late scratch. They were down, like, they're not quitting. They were down 3-0 after the first. The team is not quitting. I will give them credit there. But let's see. We keep things positive. Good vibes. Good vibes. I miss Mike Smith was so chaotic. Can Skinner never have a kid again? Are we forgetting that the game against Detroit, he had a .941 save percentage? Or do we forget that? We only remember the bad games. Tonight's a bad game. It happens. We have a team right now in the Edmonton Oilers. As a group, they are fighting and pushing back as much as they can. They're throwing hits. They're only down by 2. Is a comeback likely? No. But we're still talking about Stuart Skinner's first period. Stop. Enough. We got to move on, folks, because we got a hockey game. We got a hockey game. And I still think this team is due for another goal or two. I still think they're due for a goal or two. The crowd's into it. The team's trying. Of course, we only remember the bad nights. We're Oilers fans. We only remember the bad nights. 7-4 still possible. I mean, yeah, that was my prediction, which is crazy. If the Oilers won 7-4, I will literally eat a shoe on my next stream. $11:47 to play. Offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Toronto comes up with it. Here come the Leafs. Marner checked off the puck by McDavid. Brett Kulak centers it. Bouchard up the ice. Comes back to Perry. He'll give that puck to Bouchard. Bouchard up the middle. Connor McDavid spins away from a check, and Brett Kulak will skate it through the neutral zone. Kulak up and around the boards. Draisaitl comes up with it. Draisaitl's hooked up, trying to come up with the puck. He loses it. Can't get it to the point, and Marner will just send that down the ice for the clear. Puck on to Skinner. And here's Brett Kulak. Brett Kulak, 11:05 to play. Skates it up, dumps it in deep. Kasperi Kapanen chases after the puck. Can't come up with it. The Leafs, though, they give it away. Here's Kapanen, centered into the slot. Henrique with a shot. He can't get it through. Here's Jeff Skinner now. He shoots, and that goes high and wide. Emberson will step on in, kicks it to Henrique. The Oilers getting some looks here. The Leafs looking a little shaky when it comes to getting the puck out of the zone. Here's Robertson for Toronto. He'll step back into the slot. Oh, and here's a shot, and that's stopped by Stuart Skinner. Henrique will try and get it up the boards, and Jeff Skinner will skate it out of trouble. Oh, and here's Skinner. And Robertson and Jeff Skinner were going at it. There was another hook on Jeff Skinner that wasn't called. Jeff Skinner was mad about it. Here's Stetcher now up the left boards. Arvidsson can't move it up the ice. Tied up by Nylander. The refs have put the whistles away, apparently. All the hooking and holding and infractions, they ain't calling nothing. Here's a high flip down the ice. That's going to be icing on the Oilers. Crazy, man. I've never seen so much hooking and slashing with no calls before. I'd go Draisaitl, Erica, but I'm biased because I have I'm wearing a Draisaitl jersey. I've got 2 more Draisaitl jerseys behind me. I like Jeff Skinner's tenacity tonight. Skinner has been shoving back, and he's been a little physical pest tonight. I like it. Nugent Hopkins will take the faceoff against Tavares. Tavares is kicked out of the draw. Face-off won by the Oilers. Here's Troy Stetcher now. Stetcher up the ice. Here's Zach Hyman for Edmonton. Zach Hyman walks in. Tried to find Nugent Hopkins instead of just shooting it, and that was blocked by the Leafs. Here's Pacioretty now. Can't get by Hyman. Klingberg plays it across to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will walk it up and dump it in deep in the Leaf zone. Hyman, he'll come up with it, but the Leafs, they'll shoot it down into the neutral zone. Nurse is forced back by Nylander. On his backhand, he hits Klingberg. Klingberg, after a brief bobble, holds onto it. Klingberg, he'll find Nugent Hopkins. He shoots it down the ice. Arvidsson will chase after it. He goes down. Toronto with the zone clear. And here's Holmberg for Toronto. Holmberg around Bouchard. Bouchard ties up Holmberg along the boards. Nugent Hopkins trying to work against the corner to get the puck. Puck comes back to Nuge. He'll skate behind his net and look for an outlet. Evan Bouchard now with the puck. Up the middle. He finds Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl with speed finds McDavid. Here comes McDavid. Spins, stops up. McDavid centers it to Corey Perry, and he just missed that. Bouchard to Draisaitl on the half wall. Leon Draisaitl now. He'll play it over to the slot. Kulak can't get a shot off. Puck comes back to Kulak. Kulak to Corey Perry. Perry, he's being watched towards the goal. Scores! Corey Perry makes it a 1-goal game! They're only down by 1. The Worm with his 10th of the season. Let's fucking go, boys. You never know. Let's go. There's 8:27 to play. 8:27 to play. Let's go. The top line for Edmonton goes to work. Kulak fanned on the shot. Kulak along the half wall just steps up, shoots it through a screen, and he beats Wall over the blocker. Perry just throws a random shot, and it beats Wall under his arm. And it's a 1-goal game. Here's Matthias Janmark, checked by Matthews. And the Oilers are only one goal from tying this thing up. Klingberg up the ice. Matthews towards Skinner, and that's stopped by Skinner. Oh, boy. We've got a game, man. We have got a game. Is this not entertaining? This is one of the most entertaining games I've seen all season long. This is fun. I love this. The crowd's into it. The Oilers, they're not giving up, and they still have a chance here. I had my buddy text me right in the armpit because that's where it hit Wall, right in his armpit, and then it went through. We got a chance. We got a chance. Exactly. Are you not entertained? You know, Leafs and Oilers games, they're always entertaining at the very least. So let's see what they can do. Let's see what they're made of. Can they get at least one more before the end of regulation? Can they get at least one more before the end of regulation? And I love that Perry scored too. There's always question marks with Corey Perry on that top line. Should he be up there? But he finds ways to produce, and I love it. Mark says, I said this game will be a great game. Absolutely. What a dog, says Ash. Absolutely. Let's see what happens. There's lots of time. 8.5 minutes to go. And I did post that stat in the second intermission. In their last 79 shots on goal, they only had 3 goals. So they were due for some offense. Do they have enough offense to keep coming back, though? Will they be able to complete the comeback in the third? All right. 8:09 to play. Shots are 43-22 in favor of Edmonton. Here's a faceoff by the Leafs. Shot towards Skinner, and he makes a save. Offensive zone draw for the Leafs. They've got Marner out there with Nyes and Matthews. And you have Nugent Hopkins, Brown, and Janmark, I think, for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins is going to win that. And here's Stetcher for Edmonton. Stetcher with a high flip into the middle of the ice. Knocked out by Timmins. Marner will come up with it. Here's Marner in his own zone. He'll play it up the middle of the ice. Finds John Tavares. Tavares walks in the Oilers zone. Throws off his check around the boards to Nylander. Nylander keeps the cycle alive. But Emerson will find Janmark. Janmark, he'll play that to Stetcher. Here's Troy Stetcher up the right wing to Ty Emberson. Emberson walks in, tries to drop it to Connor Brown, just out of his reach. Puck comes around the far boards. Stetcher keeps it in. Oilers, though, they lose it, and the Leafs are going to get a 3-on-2. Here's Pacioretty, drops it for Riley. Oh, and he's checked nicely by Brown. Here's Connor Brown, 3-on-2 for the Oilers. Brown walks in, shoots, and that's stopped by Joseph Wall. Here's Nugent Hopkins now. He can't get it deep, and here comes Matthews with speed. He's got the edge on Brown, who's been out for a while. Matthews with a shot, and that's stopped by Skinner, and Skinner's just going to hang on to that. No funny business from Stu there. Nice try from Brown. Would have liked to... Man, that would have been nice if he would have been... If Connor Brown had scored, I think the roof would have blown off the building. Connor Brown has 1 assist in his last 12 games. Yikes. Here's Klingberg with the puck. Off the glass. Into the neutral zone. Kapanen can't come up with it. The Leafs move it up the ice. Toronto struggling to get it in deep. Now they do. Oh my God! And the puck deflects off Klingberg into Skinner, who was forced to make a save there. Oh, that was scary. Now Toronto with some pressure off that play. Here's Henrique to Nurse. Gives it back to Henrique. That was sketchy. Darnell Nurse shoots the puck down the ice. And Jeff Skinner will come up with it. He'll try and get it to Kapanen on his backhand. Kapanen reverses to Jeff Skinner. Oh, here's McDavid, actually, to Bouchard. Bouchard walks in, shoots, and that's blocked in front. And Robertson's down. That must have hurt him. Robertson's going to try and jump off the ice. Oh, man, Robertson's in a ton of pain. He's crawling to the bench. Here's Austin Matthews now for the Leafs against Bouchard. Matthews around the boards. Here's Marner waiting for it. Marner down low. Matthews walks out in front. Shot saved by Skinner. Marner plays it back to the point. Tavares with a shot, or Matthews with a shot, and that's stopped by Skinner. Here's Bouchard. He'll find Corey Perry. Corey Perry up the middle of the ice. He'll find Brett Kulak. Kulak walks in, stops up around the boards. Puck bouncing all over the place. That was strange. Oilers trying to keep it in. They do. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard. Across the ice to Corey Perry. Perry to McDavid. Back to Perry. McDavid tried to get it behind the net, and Toronto will get the outlet. Here's McCabe for the Leafs. They'll shoot it down the ice. Toronto will come up with possession. Here's David Kampf now. Kampf against Klingberg. Lorentz against Bouchard. Oilers trying to come up with possession. Here's Klingberg for Edmonton. He'll find Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Oh, and Draisaitl's checked by Holmberg. Here's Lorentz now, trying to get a shot off. Lorentz on his forehand, puts it in deep. Bad giveaway by Draisaitl. The Oilers are hemmed in. 4:37 to play. Toronto working the cycle now. Killing the clock. Holmberg with the puck. Klingberg can't come up with it. Nugent Hopkins fights for it. Puck comes to Kampf. To the point, here's Riley for the Leafs. Off that giveaway by Draisaitl. Puck around the boards, and Zach Hyman is going to skate after it and just out of his reach. And Toronto will get the puck back in their own zone. 4:08 to play. Here's Edmonton now. Here comes Matthias Janmark. He'll get the puck in deep. Cycles it around. Here's Connor Brown. Puck in front. Can't stuff it. Here's Darnell Nurse at the blue line. Nurse down low. Connor Brown behind the net. Connor Brown walks in front. Brown. Darnell Nurse shoots it towards the goal, and that misses. And Janmark's looking for a call as he's just laying on the ice. And the Oilers can't come up with it. It's a 2-on-1 for the Leafs. Here's Nylander with a shot. And that's the save by Skinner. And Nurse clears the rebound. Arvidsson gives it to Stetcher. Troy Stetcher with speed will skate it up the ice. He'll spin it back into his own zone. Waits for a change. Here's Evan Bouchard for the Oilers. Up the middle of the ice. Evan Bouchard. He gets it off of Nugent Hopkins' stick. Puck goes in deep. Kapanen can't come up with it. Bouchard. Oh, and Bouchard. Shot towards the net, doesn't make it. Adam Henrique on his backhand. Plays it to Kapanen. Kapanen cycles. Back to Henrique. Henrique to the point. Here's Evan Bouchard. Towards the goal! And that doesn't quite make it as the Leafs with another block. Here's Bouchard. Around the boards, and the Oilers catching the Leafs on a change. Jeff Skinner shoots, and it goes just wide. Edmonton can't come up with the rebound. That was a great opportunity, but the puck deflected just wide. And the Leafs will shoot that down the ice, and that's not going to be icing, apparently. I don't know how that's not icing. That should have been icing. That's crazy. Here comes McDavid. Skates through the middle of the ice. He'll find Corey Perry. Penalty coming up to the Leafs. Oh, no, not a penalty. They just pulled the goalie. Here's Darnell Nurse to John Klingberg. Klingberg to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. Scores! The game is tied! 4-4! Leon Draisaitl ties it at 4! Let's go! Believers! Where are my believers? Let's fucking go! Whoa! We got a 4-4 game, baby! The Oilers get a goal with the goalie pulled. Stuart Skinner made a big save off Nylander. They pull the goalie. Klingberg gives that puck to Darnell Nurse. Back to Klingberg, and then he found McDavid. McDavid across the ice. Draisaitl with the one-timer. Ties it late. What a shot by Draisaitl. The Oilers have come back and tied this thing up. After being down 3-0. And Toronto has called a timeout to settle things down. We need people to believe. Let's go. Positivity always on this channel. Let us go. We've got a game, folks. 2:04 to go. Is it offside? Oh, no. That's going to be offside. That's so unfortunate. Oh, man. Well, that's not going to count. It's offside. It's clearly offside. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate that. That's so unfortunate because it had no effect on the play. I hate this. The Oilers doing so much to try and come back. And this is going to be offside. Like, I can't see how this stays. Damn. Yeah, Toronto challenge for offside, and it is offside. They're going to call this back. I'm just going to preemptively put the score back to 4-3 Toronto. All right, so there's still 2:21 left. There's still time to get it back, obviously. But that's unfortunate, man. All right. Still one goal lead for the Leafs. John Klingberg was offside and just sucks the wind out of the sails, man. These offside. It's so unfortunate because it didn't affect the actual play. Well, let's see if the Oilers can find one more. Jeez Louise. Oilers win the draw, but Toronto will come up with it. They'll shoot it down the ice. Nyes will chase after it. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Puck around the boards. Toronto cycling. Here's Nyes. Centers it in front. Toronto can't get a shot off. Here's Draisaitl for Edmonton across the ice. And here's McDavid with speed. McDavid's hauled down. And no call on the partial breakaway. I cannot believe there was no call there. McDavid was hauled down. No penalty. Toronto getting away with it. Edmonton on the forecheck. Puck comes back to the... Oh, man, and Perry doesn't have a stick. Oilers have pulled the net once again. Here's Bouchard with 1:34. Here's McDavid now. He'll skate it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl walks in the Leaf zone, plays it back. Edmonton trying to keep it in. Perry does. Here's Perry at the blue line to Connor McDavid. Spins off a check, stolen by Nylander. And here's Tavares. Tavares trying to decide to shoot. Pacioretty out of his reach. Bouchard just gets enough of that to deflect the empty net shot away. And here's Draisaitl for Edmonton. He'll skate it into the Leaf zone. Bouchard shoots off the post. Evan Bouchard hit the post. Leon Draisaitl now along the boards trying to keep it in. Here's Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins. Connor McDavid now to Evan Bouchard. Here's Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid back to Bouchard. Bouchard, Draisaitl shoots. Puck in front, still loose. It came to the back door and nobody home. Here's McDavid back to Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal, and that's stopped by Joseph Woll with 32 seconds to play. Jeez Louise. McDavid tried to cut in and... Okay, it wasn't a trip on McDavid. I thought in real time it was. And then Bouchard hit the post. The Oilers have taken a timeout. Someone hold me. McDavid's complaining to the ref. "32 seconds to play. Oilers have called their timeout. Offensive zone draw for Edmonton. So they got to win the faceoff and get something towards the net. Such a blue balling of a third period. All right. 32 seconds to play. Offensive zone draw for Edmonton. They've got to come up with a win here. Net is empty. Joseph Woll taking a deep breath. I'm also taking a deep breath. They're about to drop the puck. 32 seconds to play. Draisaitl's got to win the draw here. Here's the face-off. Puck won by the Leafs. Behind the net for Edmonton, trying to come up with it. Here's Draisaitl now. Off of his stick. Puck comes to Bouchard at the point. He'll give it to McDavid. Walks in, back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl holds it, shoots it towards the goal. McDavid centers in front. Oh, no, and that deflected just wide. Oh, I thought that went in for a second. It's behind the net. Draisaitl. He'll play it back to Bouchard. Shoots it. That goes high and wide. McDavid on his backhand to Draisaitl. Here's Bouchard. Rebound. It stopped. Oh, my God. What a save. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. The Leafs hang on. The Oilers with the amount of chances that they had. Oh, my Lord. That's crazy, man. Oh, McDavid tried to find Hyman. It went off of Nugent Hopkins' leg on the short side. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Puck came out in front. Perry, and then he's just robbed by Woll. I don't know if that would have counted. Puck came. Would have been close, man. Jeez. What a hockey game. What a hockey game, folks. I'm not even upset. What I am upset about is the coach's challenge stuff. The offside rule. I hate that. Wow. Just what a finish to that game, huh? That may have been the most exciting game I've seen all year. And I am not going to let the Stuart Skinner narrative ruin this night for me, because as a hockey fan, that's a fun hockey game. That was a fun hockey game. And you got to give a round of applause to Joseph Wall, man. Just an unbelievable performance by him. Leafs fans in the chat, thank you for tuning in. Obviously, Oilers fans, thank you as well. With the highs and lows of thinking that you tied the game, and it turns out you didn't. Damn. Crazy. There's going to be lots to talk about in the post-game fan reaction. I am out of energy, man. Props to all GG's Leafs fans. In terms of excitement, like in terms of just like fun hockey, that's fun hockey to me. I guess we can take a look. I don't know what the expected goals were by the end of this game. I think it's deflating in the fact that the Oilers just... Like, what were the expected goals in all situations tonight? Like, again, it says the Oilers 3.81 to 3.09. It's just crazy that the Oilers didn't have a higher expected... I wonder what Natural Stat Trick says. Let's take a look at Natural Stat. I know I'm not showing anything on screen. Oh, well, it's not going to show it. Rigged game. Listen, folks, you're not going to win every game. The Oilers got down 3-0. And then it was 4-1 in the third. We thought we tied it. That's the breaks, man. That's how it works sometimes. John Klingberg offside. John Klingberg offside. Jeez Louise. Oh. All right, I got to take a deep breath. I'm going to work on the post-game fan reaction. That's going to be up in the next couple of hours. And then I'm going to try and rest my heart because it is palpitating and I need to just relax. Klingberg, I'm not forgiving you. GG's, folks. GG's. Make sure to like the live stream if you have not already liked the live stream tonight. And make sure to hit subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to the channel. We will... Well, actually, it's the skills competition tomorrow. I might be going to the skills competition. I haven't decided yet. I may take a full day off tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. I may just take a full day off from content. So we will all see you soon. I love all of you. Thank you for tuning in. The highs and lows of the Edmonton Oilers. Crazy. Crazy game. Do we run Klingberg out of town or do we let this go? The fact it's his second game in like 2 years. I actually feel bad for Klingberg because obviously he didn't mean that, right? But we'll see you soon, Oil Country. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for an amazing stream. Nick, thank you for the membership. For those of you who got gifted memberships, thank you so much. Everyone that hit the like button, everyone that has subscribed to the channel, again, thank you all so much for your support. It means the absolute world to me. We had an absolute crazy game tonight. Just wild hockey. And I'm excited to talk about it in the post-game fan reaction. So I'll see you soon. We'll see you in the next one. I'll see you later tonight with the post game. Take care. I love all of you. Tell someone that you love them. And as always, most important thing, fight like a kid. Whoa, wait, hold on. My bracelet's on upside down. Up. Fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. And Inspirado, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. So fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Inspirado joining. Thank you all. I am exhausted.